Hello, hello. Hold on, guys. Hello, everybody. Why am I not a complete circle? Is it because I'm on camera? This shit's weird. Weird. No, I don't like that. I don't like the half-ass circle, bro. No. Let's see. Let me make sure. Hello, everybody. I am so glad to see you guys. Let's come over here to the comments. Hello. You did not hit us with a hold on. I did. I did. Mm. What y'all doing today? Man, there's a lot of shit going on. I don't like this camera. I don't like this cam. Hold on. Hold on. Hold on. Hold on. I'm still here, but I'm just saying. Okay, here I am with my audio here. Let me see. Ugh. Yeah, I didn't like that camera. So I'm tinkering around a little bit with the stream yards. Tinkering with the stream yards. Oh, shit. Why am I so big in this one? I'm like, well, I'm big anyways, but sheesh. Okay, well, I guess this is just what we're stuck with. I like the quality on the other camera better. Let's see. I don't know. I don't know what I want. How about just some regular fucking light, bruh? Well, I guess that's light enough. Light enough. Went out today, took Caden to the messy bun. Took Caden to the dentist, got him teeths checked out, and then we went and had some. Oh my God. Then we went and had some lunch. Fuck my life. Fuck. Fuck. Fuck it. Fuckity. Fuck. Fuck this messy bun. Lord, Lord, be with me, baby Jesus. Did y'all see? Nunya's out in the sticks. She's out like at farms and shit on this work trip. Bruh. Oh my God. Fuck it. Oh God. Sheesh. Sheesh. Fuck it. Let me show y'all what she said. Actually, let me come over to chat first and see what the fuck y'all talking about. Probably talking shit about me. Who broke Joneson? Joneson broke Joneson. I'm all over the fucking place, man. Look at it. Look at it. Look at the messy bun. Look. I'm going to lose my mind. I'm going to lose my mind. Fuck it. I look like a fucking wackadoo. Like a whole. Ow! Ow! Oh, look, I done got myself knotted up. Look at that. Oh my God. Oh, I'm so behind in chat. Hold on, let me come see what kind of shit y'all are talking now. Not 10 minutes ago. My messy bun be. Y'all, I'm caught up. Me too, Kate, but my messy bun ain't messying today. Sheesh. Fuck. You know what we're going to do? No. That's what we're going to do. We're going to do a loose, low bun. That's what we're going to do. We're going to do a loose, low bun. It's just easier. It's just easier. YOLO, this is what y'all are fucking getting. Like, what the fuck is going on today? Anyways, me and Ken went to the dentist, and then we went to a place called Mike's Burgers, and it was so good. All right, posts. Y'all, poor Nunya is so out of sorts. There's my circle back. Look at me. Look at me. Look at me with my circle. You shot it. You shot her. Hey. Okay. Nunya. Let me show y'all what's going on with Nunya. Nunya's so fucked up she can't even type right. Look. I'm spending a week on a ranch. Some of the most amazing views, cows and longhorn bulls. She put that as a question because she's not sure if she got that right. Yes, there are longhorn bulls, Nunya. Sounds amazing, huh? It does to an extent. I mean, I'm a country girl and I've grown up with longhorn bulls and cows and all that. And sometimes it just ain't the vibe. It ain't the vibe sometimes. It is. However, I have seen some of the largest spiders I've ever seen in my life. Well, I don't know if none of you knows this or not, but in the fall, spiders come out like crazy, right? Like you'll see the biggest, juiciest spiders in the fall time. Yes, I'm smoking a cigarette. I'm gonna get in trouble. Anyways, all the spiders in the fall, no. No, that's a no for me, dog. They're big, they're fat, they're plumpy, they're juicy. Sounds better than being in the office, right? Did you see her post, Allie? Okay, so anyway, I've heard a pack of coyotes at night. Now, I have been on the phone with Nunya while hearing packs of coyotes out in my woods, and she was just so like not understanding of it. She didn't understand the coyotes and how they sound. And now she knows, and that shit is a scary sound at night. So I'm glad she was able to experience that. I have welts from bug bites. Look, she couldn't even spell right. She said bug bits. Bug bits. She meant bites all over my body. She must have a bug bite on her thumb. Never even seen the bug because they're called no-see-ums. I am not okay. Take me back to the city where stray cats, rats, and homeless people are my comfort zone. Then she messed up right here. Take care yourselves because no one else will. And it's supposed to be take care of yourselves because no one else will. But she is so distraught that she can't even spell right. Look at her out here on the farm. Look at her. Would you look at her? And these are welts from bug bites. Our poor Funya Nunya, man. That's pitiful. Her's pitiful. She folks just don't get it. Oh, bless her's heart. Our poor Funya Nunya. All right. So I think I like the jack-o'-lantern better, even though you can't see it right now. Yellow, whatever. Tony's about to call me, so I'm gonna have to mute for a second. Anyways, so I listened to Soup this morning. Interesting. I said yesterday, that I was trying to not speak on the Brittany J, Clue, and Cletus thing until I was able to listen to Cletus's live last night and then Brittany J's live. I wanted to hear everything from everybody, right? Even though I take it all with a grain of salt because all y'all have turned out to be liars at one point or another. But then I didn't listen to Brittany's live last night when it happened, but I did listen to it today. Yesterday I did deep cleaning of the house because y'all know I'm off this week. This is fall break. I did deep cleaning of the house. I washed all the linens, curtains, bed linens, everything. My coffee mat. Like, that's what I spent yesterday doing. So I didn't have time to strike up live. I said, well, let me wait and see what they say. So I didn't listen to it on my own today. I actually woke up and Soup was live. And I said, bet it's the perfect time and I'm on my way to the dentist. So pop that on. And that's what we listened to on the way to the dentist. Of course, Caden had his earbuds on. Hold on. If that ain't nostalgic, I don't know what is. Hello? Hey, baby. I'm live. Mm-hmm. Okay, baby. You okay? Okay, stop and get a 12 pack. For $5 hairs, I got you. I got you. And a fatty? I'm in my room, but yeah, you can bring me this stuff and I'll roll you a fatty. I love you. Be careful. I love you. Bye. Okay. So I listened to Soup this morning. My word. My fucking word. I got a lot of thoughts. Oh, that's cute. Why is it? What do you mean awkward? Listen, bye, Brantley. I got lots of thoughts, and they might piss some people off, and I understand it. I totally get it, but I'm not here to be worshipped. That's not what I'm here for. But I've got a lot of thoughts. So I figured I would just, I typed a few of my thoughts a lot of my thoughts in Soup's chat. But I figured we'd go over it together. But instead, I went and recorded just the parts where she talks about it so I could cut all that dead air bullshit out. Okay, so let's start. Let's start. Cause as y'all know, Brittany J and Clue and Cletus had their RO court date yesterday. Well, then Clue and Cletus come home. They strike up a live. They're saying, we won. The shit was dismissed. Now we get to say whatever the fuck we want to say about you, right? Wrong. I mean, that's what happened, but they're wrong about that. Anyways. But it's like, you can't be mad. You can't be mad. They had lawyers show up for them. And speaking of that, they had 2 lawyers. And she thinks that's a flex. No, that's just y'all wasting another man's time and energy. Y'all could have just got one instead of having 2 of them show up at the same fucking time fighting for the same group of folks. So, but I digress. Brittany got there, according to Clue and Cletus, she got there like an hour late, right? That's not true. I'll give her that. It wasn't no damn hour. But I don't know, like, does Brittany not know how the court systems work? But you're supposed to be there 30 minutes to an hour early. 2 was silly. It was silly, Soup. There was no point in having 2 lawyers. They just wasted one of those dudes' time. That's what they did. Oh, and she loves going around talking about, like, that's what she has been flexing that everywhere. We had not 1, but 2. And that means you just wasted their time. Just like Brittany not showing up on time wasted the court's time. Same thing. Right. They're rich. They'll recover. You're right. Waste of time and money. I feel like this whole thing, like, I feel like if you're being harassed and, like, literally online bullied and you want to do something about it, do whatever you feel you need to do to take care of it. I'm not gonna down Brittany for doing what she felt she needed to do to take care of it, considering Queen's trying to take a lifetime one out on Cena. The fuck? How does she? I hope she paid attention. This is how it's gonna go. Even if you do show up, they're gonna be like, a lifetime? No. And then they're going to look at her record and see all these restraining orders. And they're going to be like, no, ma'am. No, ma'am. I am anti-Islam, the religion, not the people, not the beliefs. I mean, the beliefs, yeah, but it's just not my beliefs. I am very against those beliefs. But I love people regardless, whether that's your belief or not. Yeah, Nanny. They're all up in arms about Brittany trying to do these ROs on Clue and Cletus, but Queen's trying to do the same thing to Center right now. Peg, thank you for rejoining, Berber. You know I got you, girl. To my fans, I love you. I appreciate you. Thank you. No problem, Cash. I tried to explain. There's something. I tried to explain it the best way I could when I first talked about it, because people ran with it and made it seem like I was just anti-Islam, as in like I would treat them hatefully. No, it's just not a part of my belief system. That's it. Just like Islam people are probably anti-Pentecostal because that's not their religion. I mean, they are. If Brittany's wasting the court's time, then y'all better say Queen's wasting the court's time too, because she's trying to do the same fucking thing. Actually, she's trying to go even further and get a lifetime one. You know, Brittany wasn't even trying to do that. But anyways, I want to go over this live with y'all, but I'm gonna pull it up in my Vimeo where I recorded it, and we'll go from there. Let's see. Let me pull it up.
All right. I don't even know where to begin. The fact that it's being said that I was supposed to go for the 6th and I didn't show up is not true.
Okay, so she's saying that's not true. Okay, so that would have been Friday. She took the ROs out. Monday, she was supposed to show up. I don't know. She's saying that's not true. I tend to believe it is true.
That's not true. So I'm going to explain this from beginning to end. Okay. So when I went and filled out the protection orders, right? I filled those out on the 2nd. I took them. I had to go into court the following day and have the judge sign off on them.
Okay. She took them out on the 2nd, which was a Thursday. She had to go the next day. Okay.
I did that. The judge called me to the stand and he said, I'm not Shayna. The judge called me to the stand and he told me that I needed, or that the one for Ricky was okay. But the one for Davy, he said it was a little too vague and he wanted a little more clear. Like, they wanted more like straightforward, blunt, like threats that had been made on me. And when I went the night before, it was the afternoon. The lady had rushed me through. So,
okay. So she goes the afternoon of the 2nd. And she gets, basically, the court clerk helps her fill out this information, right? That's the 2 RO paperwork. She's got that court clerk helped her get that. Well, then the next day, Friday, she had to show up and she had to talk to the judge about the paperwork that the court clerk helped her put in. And he told her the one for Clue is good, but the one for Cletus, we need more evidence, more precise evidence. Now, here's my thing. Because Brittany J had plenty enough for something to happen with this. But I feel like she was not prepared. Like, that shit should have all been clipped, downloaded, and put onto a thumb drive. Not even another phone, not even a spare phone, a thumb drive. Because with the thumb drive, you can hand that over to the courts, okay? So he shouldn't have been telling you didn't have enough direct evidence against Cletus. You should have already had all of that in line before you did it. Whatever, though.
The judge told me on that Friday, which that would have been on the 3rd, okay? Which meant the following Monday would have been the 6th. He told me that he wanted me, and he told the bailiff or the clerk of court.
Oh,
he
my
wanted me
God,
to
Tony!
Contact my attorney and have my
Tony. Everybody say hey to Mr. Jones, and he's in the chat. Oh, he said, my good God, you are fine. Let me get them digits. 678-603. Oh, can someone block Tony? Johnson's husband would appreciate that. Oh, y'all are funny. Funny. And then he said something about staring creepily. Where'd he say that at? I seen it. It's gone, though. I don't see it now. He said, don't mind me, Lindsay. I'm just staring creepily. That's what I'm thinking too, Mama, because there's a lot that could have happened with this, right? There's a lot that could have been done. You think so, Kim? I don't know. I'm not sure. I'm not sure. That's why this is titled Trick or Treat, because I don't fucking know. I mean, okay. You have enough to push forward and do something, whether it's YouTube legal, whether it's ROs, whatever it is, you have enough to push through and get something done with it. So to me, her not being prepared and ready to do so, it makes me feel like, well, you're not too much in fear of your life. Because I can promise you right now, if I was worried about me and Tony and Caden, my ass would have been at that courthouse an hour early with a thumb drive ready and waiting for my ass to be called. Why you would walk into the courthouse and through the what are they called? Metal detectors at 9:28 beats me. I don't know why. So it makes me feel like because she wasn't as prepared as she could have been, like it makes me feel like, girl, you obviously ain't as scared as you've put yourself out here to be. That's where my mind goes. That's just where my mind goes. I'm sorry, I can't help it. I know it might hurt people's feelings. Oh, in her eyes, we've been asking Clue what her fake accent is about. Yeah, we've been talked about. Yeah, first mistake, you don't show up for court late. Period. Let's keep going.
My attorney, why are you doing their names? Because that's their names. What are you talking about? Just like my first and last name was read, it is being spread all over. I said their first and last name. That's their names. That's I said them. That's their names. I didn't just dox anybody. They put that out constantly. Stop. I'm not here to argue with anybody. This is me fucking talking about what.
And that's another thing to pay attention to. Is that Stars? Yeah, hey, Stars. That's another thing to pay attention to is that she used Soup's content. Okay, the ROs hadn't hit yet. They hadn't been served to them yet. But in between them being served and her getting the ROs, you got this space in between. And what did she do in that space? She filled out the ROs. She went to court the next day to talk to the judge. The judge said he needed more evidence. She goes home. What does she do? She uses Soup's live and covers Clue and Cletus, again, knowing she's already made this RO. So then in this space, she's covering Clue and Cletus, and then boom, they're served. So in that space, you kind of did some shit you shouldn't have done. But I've been saying this whole time, like at some point, I understand wanting to respond, but at some point, you have to know legally, if you're going through the legal route, when to shut the fuck up. I'm sorry. No, let's not accuse her of being on drugs. I don't think that has anything to do with nothing. And that's the thing. I don't know that she did, Leo. I just think it's very possible she could have been just super irresponsible. And that's not fair. That's not fair to her sub. She's got a good group of people that really support her. Really, they really do support her. Once you to me, Stars, once you send out a cease and desist, you shut the fuck up so that anything that happens past that, you're not involved in. You can just show them continuing on. But then you go in and get the RO and then still keep running your fucking mouth. That's why I pulled away. That's why I stopped covering it. I'm confident. I feel good that I tried to bring people's attention to the bullying that they were doing and how out of hand it was getting. It is still out of hand. It is still too much for one person. It's still wrong what's being done to her. But when you're not willing to shut the fuck up, that's a problem.
Happened. I'm not even going to reach out. Okay. So the judge told me, I mean, seriously, like you act like I'm there for me. If I get my attorney to modify the document to make it a little, or at least look over it. What he said was for me to see if my attorney was okay with what the document said or if he should modify it. And that he told the clerk, she's going to have her attorney modify it. Whenever her attorney modifies it, she can come back in next week and have me sign, and then we'll send them out. So
okay. So far, I don't doubt that part. But see, court systems fuck up all the time. So let's just keep watching.
I told him that,
So what she's saying is she went to the courthouse. She filled out the paperwork with the county clerk's help. The next day she went up there. The judge said he needed more direct evidence on Cletus, but also said, well, do you have a lawyer? She says yes. And he says, well, you need to take this and have your lawyer revise it and see if he wants anything changed. And then we go from there, basically.
Okay. I'll go home and I'll call my attorney and he'll, I'll see what he wants to do or whatever. And then I'll be back in one day next week. The deal was that I was to come in the following day after my attorney.
Well, that's what she's saying here. In just a minute, you're going to hear her saying that. I am too there. She's saying that they were not officially signed and ready to be served. That's what she's saying. I don't know if that's true. They cannot serve anybody without you signing off on it, you or your lawyer.
The document. Monday came.
What I think that he said, go back, have your lawyer, because she was supposed to be back on the 6th. This was on the 3rd, Friday the 3rd. He tells her, have your lawyer look over this, see if there's anything he wants to fix. And basically, he didn't tell her. He said, we'll figure this out next week. But she's claiming he didn't tell her Monday was when they were going to figure that out. So it seems to me like the judge was saying, get him to look at this today when you go home, send this over to him and get him to revise it, send it back to you so that Monday the 6th, when you come back up here, if anything needs to be changed, it can be.
Well, no, I'm sorry. I called my attorney Friday as soon as I left the courthouse, I called my attorney. He told me that was fine. He would take care of it. He was out of town that weekend. He wouldn't be able to do it over the weekend. And he had a court hearing on the following Monday, but he would do it on Tuesday. And then we would go over it, discuss.
Okay. So there you go. And see, that makes sense to me right there. But here's the part that was missed is that him saying I can get back to it Tuesday because I've got my own court thing Monday. Like, it's like October 6th court date was completely just done away with on their part. Like, for whatever reason, Brittany J doesn't know anything about the October 6th Monday appearance. She didn't have it on any paperwork. The judge never told her Monday, October 6th. I could see one of those happen, but I can't see all of it.
If I was okay with it, submit it, and I would go in that Wednesday and sign off on it. Okay. That was what was supposed to happen. Well, Monday came, and
that's what I was thinking, Kim. But did he not do that just because? I mean, if you're a lawyer and you're being paid, you do it as soon as possible. Why wouldn't he call? Never mind. He wouldn't call and ask for it to be rescheduled because he wasn't told anything about October 6th. So for whatever reason, that date was missing. And that's why I said, Brittany said that it wasn't on any paperwork. The judge didn't tell her specifically October 6th. He just said next week. I don't know, y'all.
Clue and Cletus are going live saying that Cletus was served. I'm like,
me too, Val.
And I haven't said anything about it because you don't talk about that kind of stuff when, you know what I mean? Like, we have court and stuff like that. So I like, me and my friends are like, what the fuck? How did this happen?
Well, I could have swore at the beginning when the RO things went into place that Brittany J said this was something she did on her own without the lawyer. So she went and filled out the ROs and everything with the court clerk without her lawyer being involved. And then the next day, on the 3rd, when she went back into court, the same day the judge told her he needed more direct evidence on Cletus, that's when he asked her if she had a lawyer, and she said yes. And he says, well, how about you take this to him, have it revised, get the stuff you need, and we'll reconvene Monday. But she's saying he didn't specifically say reconvene Monday, October 6th. I just don't see that being possible.
I haven't even been back to sign. And there's a couple things I want to clarify on here, and this is going to kind of prove that they knew that this wasn't a sexual assault type thing. So anyway, that's what happened. I did not miss my date. I didn't miss my date. My attorney did nothing wrong. I have the attorney. My attorney is working on this. And simply put,
well, your attorney is doing a really shitty job. And I'm going to tell you why I think this attorney is doing a shitty job. Because he sent out the cease and desist saying that they had 5 days to comply. And that was done on, if I'm not mistaken, the 12th. They didn't receive them until the 17th. So their 5 days to comply was already out the window. I'm just saying, he held on to that paperwork, didn't send it out on time like he was supposed to. They get it, they read it, and it says it's dated September 12th and that they have 5 days to comply. But they didn't even get the fucking paperwork until 5 days later. Just saying.
Court dropped the ball. That's it. That's all. I didn't miss my court date. Did none of the sort.
You did. You did. You missed October 6th. You went Thursday, filed the ROs. You went Friday to talk to the judge about the ROs you filed. And then you had Saturday, Sunday, and was supposed to show back up Monday with a revised RO and apparently more evidence against Cletus. And you didn't show up Monday. Automatically, boom, you're out. They're still going to hear it because Clue and Cletus had been sent the paperwork and told to be there. What's today's date? On the 13th. So they had to be in court on the 13th. So they let it just kind of hang out until the 13th. You might have been given another shot had you have been there on fucking time and ready to go. When they called you up, you could have presented your evidence. That could have gave the judge incentive to, what's that called? Make it go longer. It's not coming to me. Whatever. Keep the temporary order in place until everything could be decided. But you showed up late. I'm sorry, walking through the metal detectors at 9:28 and then them sending you to put your phone back in your car. You should have been walking in that courtroom at 9:00, because at 9:00, if they would have told you to go put that phone in your car, you would have had your time, 30 minutes worth of time to run out, put your phone in the car, and then come back. You would have been back in there by 9:15, sitting and waiting. This doesn't come back on them, and that's the problem I have with this. The only way it comes back on them is if they indeed did not let her know about her October 6th hearing between her and the judge. That's the only way it can come back to them, in my opinion.
I had a court date today, and that was what it was supposed to be. Give me just a minute, guys.
That's what I'm saying, Sue.
Somehow, I don't know. There's a big misunderstanding with the courts, okay? I was told by the judge to come back after my attorney modified it. Okay,
So it seems like the judge wanted her attorney to modify it over the weekend. Like Remy said, ain't no attorney finna be working on the weekend. Most of them don't. But as soon as she told her attorney Friday evening when she got done at the courthouse that this is what they want done, he, as an attorney, probably should have reached out to the courts and asked when they were supposed to be there. They would have told him October 6th, Monday, and he would have been able to tell them, I have court that day. I can't be in that day. And then they probably would have changed it.
Wasn't given any documentation saying that I had to go back on that following Monday. So that's all. Like, that's what I can tell you. Yes, it was dismissed. It absolutely was dismissed. It was.
I can't see them. Here's my problem, Kim, because my mama works for a courthouse. My daddy's been in plenty of court cases. I cannot see that judge telling her, go revise this with your attorney, and that's it. We'll check back sometime next week. No, what he's going to say is, go revise this with your attorney. You are to be back up here Monday. And maybe she just didn't hear it. Maybe, I don't know.
When I went today, so fast forward to today, we had the court.
But you know what? Bump that. The October 6th one. Yeah, she should have been there. Her missing it looked fucking bad on her. But bump that. Get rid of all that. Just think about yesterday. Showing up and walking through the metal detectors at 9:28. You lost your own shit by your own doing of lack of responsibility. I'm sorry. It's just the way I feel. Like, girl, like, this ain't nobody else's fault. Because then, even if you miss Monday, October 6th, you still had Monday, October 13th in your corner. And you still fucked up on the Monday, October 13th and showed up at the time court was meant to start. No.
Okay. And when I went today,
Tony, are you still listening?
I went in and it was like, the court date was at 9:30. It was like 9:28 when I walk in. They told me that I could bring my proof on a smartphone. So I go in and, well, they said that it could be like a burner phone. I couldn't take my phone. So I took another phone.
And that don't make sense either. That don't make sense either. She could take a burner phone, but not her phone. But yet, how did they know that what she was walking in with was her personal phone and not the burner phone? I've got questions. Okay, baby's going to get me a monster. I've got questions on that part. Let me come over here and check chat, see what y'all are saying. No. I got me a vape today. Like, how did that person not know that one? Okay, here's my thing. Was she walking in with the burner phone and the regular phone, and the metal detector guard was like, nah, you can't have your personal phone? So she's like, well, I have this one. Can I have the burner phone? And they say, yeah. So then she runs back to the car to take her personal phone back. I don't know. I think that's very possible. It's very possible, Val. The evidence has to be available for the defense too. Right. But if she didn't go Monday, October 6th, right? She was told on Friday, October 3rd, she didn't have enough. She had enough for Clue, but she didn't have enough for Cletus. So she was supposed to take that weekend and go and get more stuff pertaining to Cletus and his actions. Monday, she would have presented that. First off, they're not going to keep your burner phone. So I don't see how putting everything on a phone helped anything unless you're putting it into like an Adobe folder that you can shoot over to them. Outside of that, the only way they would be able to have copies, if you're not sending file extensions, is to have what are them things called? The little sticks. No, there was no, and I could have swore that's what she said at the beginning, Lindsay, that this was her doing. Her attorney was not involved in the ROs. So I don't understand why she decided to get the attorney involved unless it was just because the judge asked her, "Do you have an attorney?" And maybe that's why she decided to get him involved. Yeah, it's very weird. I don't know, Rebel Red. Yes, Cletus was served first and then Clue. But those weren't, if I'm not mistaken, those were letters sent out for appearance for court, and it let them know what she was trying to do, right? Like that she was trying to get an RO taken out on them. Yeah, KDP, that is. And the attorney's name would have been on the calendar. See, Fur Baby works for the court system. I think that's possible, Lee. But when your life is in danger and you're afraid for your family, which, don't get me wrong, she has every right to be worried for her and her family's safety. People are going way too far. CPS agencies looking up tickets within a day, like people driving by her house, like she has every right to be concerned. But the fact that you were not prepared lets me know that she really is not that concerned. I don't think so either. And I agree with that, JJ. And it sets it up for even worse things to happen. Yes. Hold on, what did Kim say? She wanted the ROs to be immediate. That's why she had a date on the 6th. She didn't have enough information to have it put on immediately. Right. Right. But she's saying that they said that yes, clues can go through immediately without prior knowledge, but Cletus's can't. But it still didn't. They still served Clue without prior knowledge. You know what I'm saying? She had prior knowledge, so I don't understand. This is just, and this is coming from somebody like me. I don't pretend to know everything legally, right? The legalities of everything. I don't. True. We are here debating it right now. No, I agree with that, Ash. The saddest part of this is that grown women see absolutely no issue with their own behavior and their obsession with one person. Not an ounce of shame. It's unreal. Calling kids names, even baffling. They don't care. And that was the whole point, is in me covering it, was to try to help them see how far they were going. Like sometimes you can get caught up in the mess and you don't even realize, the extent at which you're going. And so I was hoping to get them to realize it. They didn't want to realize it. They didn't want to see it. They wanted to just continue to victimize her. That's it. They wanted to continue to bully her and fuck with her. But what she's done and her lack of whether it be she misunderstood them, or she didn't know this, or she didn't know that, or she took a burner phone instead of a little thumb drive. I mean, it all just screams to me unprepared, and ain't no goddamn way on earth am I going to be unprepared when it comes to my family's safety. That I'm sorry I have to say it like that. I don't want to be mean, but there is no fucking way. I cannot even fathom in my brain how I would be unprepared if I am trying to do something to protect me and my family. Mm. That's Pink Dagger, that's the only, I still agree everything done to her is fucked up. I still agree that this is a cyberbullying situation. But she wouldn't shut up when she sent the cease and desist out. She wouldn't shut up after she sent the ROs out. And now she's fucked. She screwed the pooch. That's what she's done. She screwed the pooch on this one. So you didn't shut up with C&Ds. You didn't shut up with ROs. And then you didn't show up to your court prepared the way you were supposed to be. Had you done all three of those things, you would probably have something working in your favor right now because you had everything you needed to handle this correctly. I'm sorry. It's just, I can't unsee that. Yeah, stars. She's messed up with all of this stuff. I don't feel bad for her anymore. I feel bad for her in the sense that she can't get her fucking shit together. Because again, you had so much going for you in this and you fucked it. You fucked it. Sorry.
When I go in.
Now, I will say this. This does not mean I'm going to add in on the dog piling. I'm giving my opinion this one time. If something else dramatic or major happens, I might give my opinion on that. But this ain't going to be, oh, Jones's turning to the dark side. She's going to be reviewing and calling Brittany J's lies out every day. No, because I blatantly don't give a fuck. I blatantly don't give a fuck. That's not what it's going to be for me. So rest assured, you might be having these opinion lives right now, but I'm not joining the dog pile.
The jailer is like, you can come in, but you got to take that phone back outside. And I'm like, oh my God. Okay, well, so I go and y'all give me a minute. Give me 1 minute. I'm so sorry. So let me just, and listen, this is it. I don't want to talk about it anymore after this.
I bet you don't. I bet you fucking don't, girl.
Any papers? Nothing.
No, she didn't, Christy.
I was told to show up to.
That's my problem. That's my problem, is that she's got so many people trying to help her and guide her and tell her what to do. And I understand she feels like so, and you'll hear that coming up where she says, so basically y'all want them to do all this shit to me and for me to just shut the fuck up and not say anything. At a certain point, yes. To a certain degree, no. But once you pass that point, then yeah. Oh, shit. Hold on. No, I'm not available for a field trip. Fuck out of here. They all want a court case because they've seen it as a profitable grift. Yes, Les. Then when it gets real, some try to do it on the cheap and pocket the cash. Yeah, and then that's another thing. I'll be goddamn if I keep seeing super chats from B Tim and hearing Queen B say, where's the 8K? Where's the 8K, Brittany J? I'll be goddamn, where's the 150K, Queen B? Shut the fuck up. And that's the whole reason I started covering this in the first place. It wasn't because I thought Brittany was right and they were wrong. It's because they were constantly calling Brittany J out for the same shit they do. To me, that's fucked up. You shouldn't. That would be like me going and calling, that would be like me going and calling Nanny Sharon out for getting a FOIA on a creator. No, if you've done it, if you do it currently, how do you have the right to point your finger at her for the lies she tells, the things she does that doesn't make sense to y'all, the shit Craig does that doesn't make sense to y'all, while y'all are all doing the same fucking thing? The B really should hush. She sure fucking should. She sure fucking should. Yeah, worse, Lana. Worse. Like, they'll be pointing their finger at Brittany for doing something while they've done it 10 times worse. It's like, how dare you be covering this bitch day in and day out, every minute of every fucking day, You're covering Brittany J, and you're calling her out for the same shit you do. Hello? Where does that make any sense? Yeah, Soup, and she wants a lifetime RO on center. That's even more. So Queen Bee is currently trying to get a lifetime RO on center and has the gall and the audacity to sit her ugly ass up on that fucking panel and say something about Brittany J getting a RO, a temporary RO on Clue and Cletus. Nah, bitch, miss me with that shit.
I didn't get any papers, nothing. I was told to show up today.
So she's saying after her meeting with them, with the judge on October 3rd, she was not, the date October 6th was not even mentioned to her. The next date she was told was October 13th. Could that have happened? Yes. Would it have been the court's fault? Yes, because they're supposed to notify you of these things and schedule these things with you. So did it really happen that way? I don't fucking know. Again, trick or treat.
Yeah, and I'm not. There's not.
Yeah, that's the only reason, Lana. That is legit the only reason I started covering it, because it was like, damn, this one bitch has like 12 creators covering her full time right now. At some points, redirecting to each other. That is some weird shit, considering y'all are covering her, pointing out things she does, while y'all sit there and do the same thing or have done the same thing. The audacity. When you have dirty fucking hands, you don't get to point your dirty fucking finger at people. It's pretty simple. Don't call people out for shit that you yourself do.
Subscribers that support. I'm not doing this for anybody
Like
else. But for this,
Clue calls her a liar. Said on last night's stream that she's just a liar. Well, so are you, bitch. So who are you to call her out?
subscribers that support my channel. This is not for any of the hate watchers. I know this is feeding the trolls. I'm very aware of that. Hold on. Completely different. No, just Arian. Completely different. Completely different.
Hold on.
The only thing
I want to read this comment, but why did Clue and Cletus know when to be there? Because they were sent paperwork subpoenaing. They were sent subpoenas. They wasn't sent paperwork saying the RO is granted against you. They were sent subpoenas to show up for this RO that Brittany was trying to get.
thing that I really care about at this point, at least in
Right,
regards
Leon.
to YouTube.
Y'all over here pocket watching and, checking this bitch for her 8,000. Meanwhile, this community is constantly being taken advantage of, having their heartstrings pulled by people crying about, Tony Mathis coming for them and Bullhorn Betty coming for them. Fuck. Y'all need to pocket watch your goddamn selves. That's what y'all need to do. And guess what? I can say what the fuck I want to about y'all's grifting because I don't grift. I can say whatever the fuck I want, and there ain't shit you can come at me about with it. Not a fucking thing. Y'all are all grifters. Y'all want shit paid for you, and this is the lawsuit sector. And if it ain't the lawsuit, it's Amazon wish list, college wish list, everything for the subs to pay for. When are you subs gonna wake the fuck up? When are y'all gonna wake up?
It's for y'all to know the truth, because there's people saying that I didn't show up on the 6th, that I had a date and I just kind of laid out, and today that
you didn't show up on the 6th. Whether you knew about it or not, you didn't show up on the 6th. But again, take the 6th out of there and just consider the 13th yesterday. You was still late. You still didn't have your shit together. which still in my mind makes me feel like, what the fuck is this, Brittany? There's no excuse for your shit have not been together and prepared.
I was 30 minutes late. That was not true at all. That was not true at all. I was not 30 minutes late. I was inside the courthouse.
Yeah.
I was inside the courthouse at 9:28. At 9:28, I was in the courthouse.
I heard Clue's got a toilet she can borrow.
I was told that I could
9:28,
take,
she was
a
in the
flash drive.
courthouse. That is too late, dog. That is like, is it because Brittany hasn't dealt with courts before? I don't know. But even if I have had to go to court one time for a speeding ticket, and I was there an hour early, sitting in the benches just waiting, playing on my phone. Once court started, you had to put your phone up. We are allowed to take our phones, but that's traffic court.
Or a burner phone in.
But if I'm
that.
an hour early for traffic court, why can't you be 30 minutes early for such a serious fucking situation, bro?
But what happened was the lady that, when I went through the metal detectors, she told me to go take my phone back out to the car, and that I could go get the phone when I came back in.
But see, she's literally thinking that 9:28 isn't late. Right, Stevie? Like, stop fucking giving y'all's money to these creators. Yeah, support them. Send them a super chat when they want. But y'all need to start recognizing grifts, baby. Dry begging, grifts. Hell, none of you did a whole live stream pretending to do all of it. Go catch up. And go get her. That's what I mean. Way too late. It's like she thinks, well, how was I late if I was there at 9:28 and court didn't start it until 9:30? You was late. 9:25 would have been late. 9:15 would have been late, in my opinion. Just saying.
And then I just feel like too many directions.
I know, Lacey.
No,
it's
not
sick.
yelling. Hold on, not on the live.
Oh, I don't doubt that she has been. I will say that, Shady. I think that she does have a lawyer, but I think that lawyer already fucked up with the cease and desist. That's not Brittany J's fault. That's his fault. The lawyer got the money. How was it a grift?
All right, I'm sorry, y'all. This is just.
Well, the part that makes it a grift, yes, she did what she was supposed to do with the money, right? But was it for subs to pay for that? That's why it's a grift, because you're requesting help from subs to pay for it, just like Queen requesting help from subs to pay for it. Granny requesting help from subs to pay for it. That whether it goes through and they use the money for what it's intended for or not, that's to be determined on some situations, right? Be right. But the asking for the money in the first place for something that is such a personal matter that you should be able to take care of it if need be.
This is just absolutely incredibly frustrating on so many levels, because at the end of the day, all this has been about, all that it is about has been to try to get some type of peace. That's all it's ever been about.
Well, Lindsay, that's why I struggle, because at the beginning I could have swore, and I'd have to go back and listen, and I'm just not invested enough to do that. But I could have swore at the beginning she said that this was her doing it alone, like the attorney was not involved. He was involved with the cease and desist, and probably suggested she go do this, but that her doing the ROs was just her when she went to do them.
And it seems like no matter what I do, it just doesn't stop, and it's not going to stop. It's just going to keep getting worse.
Yes, you're right about that. It is going to continue to get worse now. If I'm not mistaken, Clue's live about her now. It's going to continue to get worse. And if you plan on doing anything from here, don't go live and dangle that shit in front of people to make them curious. Kind of like how you did with the with the missionaries. Again, you have every right to not necessarily believe that those were missionaries, especially with all the shit that's been being done. So credit to Brittany in that portion. But don't come on here and dangle shit, because then that makes people curious and they want to know, and they're going to beg for you to feed more information. If you are to do anything at all from here on out, and I know she won't listen to me because she ain't listened to me before about this, it would be shut the fuck up and do it behind the scenes. The reason she won't shut the fuck up and do it behind the scenes, though, is because she has to have help to be able to do these things. And in order to have help, she has to be transparent with why she's raising money. It just is what it is.
And with each time, it gets worse and worse and worse and worse. And worse and worse and worse and worse.
It does. And you can only blame yourself this time. This time can only be put on you.
But anyway, so just because I'm so over it, I went in. After I took my phone to the car, I went in, sat down, waited. I was there for like an hour and 15 minutes. And then the judge said that they had done roll call and called everybody. And I was like, hold on, ma'am, you didn't, I raised my hand, and she said, what's your name? I told her, and I guess their attorney, which was incredibly hateful. And he kept cutting the judge off. It was crazy. He says, it was dismissed. We had a lack of evidence. And I was like, what?
Okay, so she's talking about Clue and Cletus's lawyer coming in hot over talking the judge, saying this was dismissed. That's because it was dismissed because you wasn't in there when they called you. So of course he's gonna fight for that dismissal to stand. Just because you here now, bitch. No, we've already dismissed this. Well, we did what we came here to do, right? Like, they didn't want her being able to talk her way through it.
I haven't even presented my evidence yet. And the judge says, we called the roll call, and you weren't in here. And I explained to her that I was here, but the jailer made me take my phone back outside, which was which had my evidence on it. And she said that I needed to ask me if I had an attorney. I did. I told her yes, that because it was such a short notice, that if they were doing a continuance, that my attorney be taken over. And then she said that for me that I needed to contact my attorney, that she couldn't advise me. And then that man was just like, I guess, I don't know if he's their attorney. I'm assuming he is. I didn't get his name. He just kept like cutting her off, like cutting the judge off. And he was like, it's dismissed. There's nothing you can do. And I'm like, what in the hell? Like, why?
Yeah. Sounds about legit. They didn't want you coming in and sweet talking that judge and pulling on heartstrings because you was late and missed roll call. So they kept saying, no, it's dismissed. Fuck that. It's dismissed. As an attorney, I'd do the same thing.
It was just weird. But anyway, so yeah, that's pretty much it. I mean, if there's anybody saying that there was evidence shown.
That's the point. That is the point, Erica. Clue showed her paperwork. The problem is Brittany didn't show, when she was told by the judge on October 3rd, come back October 6th with more evidence against Cletus or whatever she said, the judge said. That was her opportunity to go home, spend the weekend, gathering what she needs, showing back up October 6th, presenting her evidence, having between the 6th and the 13th for the judge to go over the evidence, as well as the other attorneys. And then on the 13th, come to a decision. You failed because you didn't show up October 6th. But then, even because you didn't show up October 6th to present any evidence, you still had that opportunity October 13th. And because you walked your ass in that courtroom at 9:28, that shit was out the window.
That it was dismissed because they found no wrong.
Like, I don't understand the burner phone bullshit. I don't understand that at all. I don't understand, because she could say this burner phone and it be her personal phone. How are they gonna know? Nah, thumb drives for days.
I didn't get to show anything. My attorney, and
with a thumb drive, right then, think about it. With a thumb drive, right then, the judge could given a continuance. If she would have been in there on time yesterday, the judge could have, before the case was dismissed, the judge could have put in a continuance to come back after and let her turn in the evidence yesterday. The court could have had the thumb drive. The other, Clue and Cletus's lawyer would have had the thumb drive. Boom, put it in, download the information, give the thumb drive back. Like, all of them could have got the evidence yesterday had she have been there on time.
And my attorney, and that's another thing, people keep saying, where's the money? My attorney
some of the
has been
stuff
paid
you
every
can't
dime
print
that
out. Some of the stuff you can't print out. You can print out like comments and stuff, but like the things they say, you can't really print it out unless you use a transcript. But still, she could have put everything on a thumb drive, went yesterday, showed up on time, talked to the judge before it was dismissed. The judge could have said, okay, even though you wasn't here on Monday the 6th, I'm going to give you this chance now to present your evidence. Boom, boom, everybody gets the thumb drive. All right, I'm going to set it for this date for a decision. You have this long for us to go through the evidence. Again, she screwed the pooch.
taken up. And my attorney, I do have an attorney. My attorney does represent me. This was a short
Absolutely,
notice.
Stevie. Hey,
and
MK.
He was, going to handle it if it was continued. But that's all I can say. Honestly,
But I get that, Carrie. I get October 6th was the day to show the evidence, right? But for whatever reason, she's saying she didn't know about October 6th, whether it's she was confused, whether she didn't pay attention to her paperwork, whether she didn't hear the judge say it. I don't know, and I don't care. The fact is, she missed the date to turn in that evidence, right? But then they asked her yesterday at court if she had evidence, and she said yes. And that lawyer, because she came in late, that lawyer kept saying, no, this was dismissed. You already dismissed it. Fuck her evidence. Fuck her evidence. It don't fucking matter anymore. She wasn't here when we did this roll call. You dismissed it. That's it. But had she have gotten there on time, she could have presented that evidence.
Probably shouldn't even said as much as I did, but people saying that I didn't show up or that it was dismissed and because there was found no wrongdoing.
MJ,
or
yes. That's what I'm trying to say. Like, okay, if she fucked up on October 6th, then fuck. It's just done. It's gone. It's out the window, right? It doesn't matter anymore. She still has the 13th. And because she couldn't get there on time and be fully prepared with thumb drives, not a burner phone. I don't know. The burner phone throws me off.
Freedom of speech, like nothing like that. Nothing was even, it was a mere technicality because I was made to go out to my car. And in my life, I wasn't on roll call.
I know you was agreeing. I was just saying, like, fuck, man. I ain't mad at you. I'm just frustrated by this because keeping it real, like, it's hard to get ROs on people. But I think, personally, maybe she wouldn't have got them, but the attempt would have made more sense had she have been responsible and prepared for everything, anything and everything.
That's it.
And it possibly,
I didn't say anything about
would have went through for her. And I think she had plenty. Like, here's my thing. When the judge said, well, on the 3rd, she did the ROs on the 2nd. She went back to court on the 3rd. The judge asked her if she had a lawyer. He also told, or she, whatever, the judge also told her that we have enough evidence on Clue, but we need more on Cletus. First off, that's the first problem. You should have had all that evidence for Cletus. The evidence should have been overwhelming.
Being in the wrong. I didn't say anything at all. Only thing I said was I was surprised about how that attorney yelled over the judge.
I really do. I think so too. And it just sucks she couldn't do what she needed to do because this absolutely, she had everything she needed.
That was weird to me. But Why would your lawyer assume it was a dismissal? My lawyer didn't assume it. What do you mean, Jen? Where did you get that from? I don't know what you're talking about.
MK, yeah.
Well, she allowed it, reality. Why couldn't her attorney get another
Not
court date
more
since he couldn't
evidence.
be there today?
I'm saying evidence because that's what they have been saying. But let's be clear, not more evidence, but more specific claims in the petition for Cletus. Like, just saying he did these things isn't enough. You've got to be able to be specific about what he did on every single situation. So if they, to me, that should have already been done. The judge should never even had to ask for more claims or more clarity or more information or more details or whatever. Like, if you was taking the ROs out on these motherfuckers, you should have had your shit stacked and ready to go.
That's wrong on so many levels. He needs to refund her money. He didn't do anything, hurt her, not telling. Well, he said that, I can't say anything, y'all, but I can't, there's nothing else I can really say in regards to this.
That's true.
No, they don't care. I'm sorry. Well, Cassie, what frustrates me is I was there. You know what I mean?
Okay, Kim says she doesn't think that she would have been able to get one because she said a whole lot of bad things about Clue and Clue's child. Well, I haven't really heard her say much about Clue's child, but she did say things about Clue. Bad things. But Clue and Cletus far surpassed the bad things that Brittany J said. Did Brittany J say some fucked up things or allow fucked up things to happen on her panel? She absolutely did. But Cletus and Clue went way beyond that. That's why I think she would have been able to get it. And then the fact of another thing that would have possibly stopped her from getting it is the interaction. Like, okay, you send cease and desist and you still keep poking. You send ROs and you still keep poking, you know?
There. And if I wasn't made to go back outside, I mean, it's almost supernatural how it's crazy.
Not.
It's absolutely crazy. I could.
So MJ says, he's threatening me is not specific. He verbally threatened me on September 4th, 2025 on a live stream with this link stating he was coming to my house tomorrow is an example of being more specific and less vague.
I couldn't.
But why did the judge even have to ask for that? Why was that not already prepared? If they said they had enough for Clue, why was Cletus's even lacking? Because we all know Cletus is the one in the background, like pushing Clue to do this content. And he's only recently went to the background because people keep calling him out for being so fucking obsessed with another creator. It's weird.
You can file again, but you just can't use the same claims that you used before. I was not an hour late. That's a lie. I'm not sure where you got that from, but that's misinformation in my chat. Please don't do that.
Yeah, I haven't heard.
Please don't come in my chat and shit. Like, don't come in my chat and lie on me. That is not the truth.
Well, she says the court clerk helped her fill it out, so maybe just an accident. What exactly, Joneson? Why was Cletus listed as a female? Because zero effort was put forth in filing the petitions. I agree. And if you're in fear for your life or your family's life, then there's no room for fuck ups. There's no room for mistakes.
I was not an hour late. Are you crazy? Come in here and tell me that I was something that I was not when I was there. If you keep lying on me, I'm going to block you. Absolutely. An hour late? Are you out of your mind? I can't do this. I was not an hour late. I was not 30 minutes late. I literally was a mere 5 minutes. I was in the courtroom at.
Well, to be fair, Kim, Clue and Cletus have been the lead of this. Like, it started out with Jay covering her, and then Clue decided to start clapping back at Brittany J for the things she said about her. So then once Clue and Cletus got involved, they began the trail of bullying. And they continued it, in my opinion.
Eyeballed my phone the whole time at the time. And when I was walking through the metal detectors,
Right,
it was 9:28.
See, that's a fucking problem.
As a matter of fact,
9:28 when you was walking through the medical. I cannot.
I was in line with the attorneys. There were still attorneys piling in the courtroom.
Yeah, for the next fucking hearing. For the next round of cases to deal with.
But I don't want to say I've shared way more than I should. But I have no reason to lie. There's nothing within me that's lying. I don't care what people say. I know people are going to say that. Everything I've told y'all is the truth. I just don't understand why your lawyer wasn't there to ask for it. Because y'all don't understand how short notice this was. How short notice. There's something terribly wrong with the way every bit of it went, Lee.
That's what I'm saying. Yes, 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 yes. Like the moment you decided to do the cease and desist should have been the moment. Like you probably should have even had all the shit tallied up and ready to go on a thumb drive before you even decided to do the cease and desist. Then once you do the cease and desist, anything that comes out of their mouths reckless from there, you just add it to the thumb drive, right? Like all this comes down to preparedness, readiness. And again, I cannot get my brain to work around how if you truly are worried for your family and your safety, which you have a right to be, but just because she has a right to be, that means she really is. And the reason I say that is because if you really are, this don't happen.
So,
yeah. Yeah,
and I blame the only people that I blame are my are my town. Like this town is so awful. The way that it happened is I don't even.
Well, like we all know he doesn't seem like that kind of man. You know what I'm saying? Tony would never let me. No.
I don't even know. It put me at risk.
Yeah, now it's the town.
Completely. And I never even
you put you at risk. They put you at risk initially with a little fault of your own because you keep going back and forth with them. But that's typical. It's natural to want to respond. But they initially put you at risk and you put yourself in more harm by fucking up and not being on your P's and Q's when it comes to this court situation because you had everything in your corner, everything working for you.
Served with a court date. Like I literally had to find out another way.
Mm-hmm.
Hold on, guys. Daisy Duke. So this is the problem.
Well, that's what I've always been told perfectly. And I'm not mad at anybody who feels that way. That's why I'm saying, like, it's trick or treat. Like, I expected this to an extent. That's why I pulled back when Craig did what he did with the pew pew. No, he didn't wave it around like they said. But when he pulled it out while he was drinking as a way to come for me, motherfuckers, like that moment is when I pulled back. Nope, not worth it. Because then you just fighting alone against the bullying of this one person, and that one person isn't in line with stopping it.
That I have right here. Daisy Duke, I know you mean well, honey.
Yes, they did.
Y'all are
weird people say that's weird as fuck. Oh, this room has an echo. Trying to make it seem like they were out of town. Fucking weirdos. And that was Cletus.
Saying things about me paying this attorney $8,000 when you don't even know what all's going on privately. That's not a fair judgment to make.
MJ said it's not a short notice, though. It's a standard amount of time after filing an RO. Your attorney would know that, especially since he sent the C&Ds. Yeah, but he sent the C&Ds late. The C&Ds were supposed to get there September 12th, to September 13th. They didn't even get to him until September 17th and probably 18th, 19th for clues. And they said from this date, September 12th, you have 5 days to comply with what we're requesting. Which means by the time they got the fucking C&Ds, that 5 days to comply done expired.
I mean, honestly, do you
Hey,
think I'm going to come out
Citizen
here and
Sleuth.
tell everybody what me and my attorney are doing or what my attorney's been working on? I can assure you, my attorney is not getting paid for $8,000 just for cease and desist. And no.
Yes,
I didn't
stars.
choose to represent myself. That's not how it worked, y'all. Y'all aren't understanding. What happened was hit all of a sudden out of the blue. Out of the blue. My
Same.
attorney didn't even have an opportunity to call the courts and modify. Y'all don't understand.
Yes. That's what I'm saying. That's what I'm saying. MJ, yes. From the moment you decide to do these things, cease and desist, courts, use the court systems for whatever you think you need to. If you think you have a case and you're truly in fear for your life and you need to get this done, do what you need to do. But from the moment you make that decision, your shit should be top notch. Your mouth should be zipped. You should not say fucking anything else. And you should do what you need to do. And I suggest if she's moving past this and still going to try again, that she keep her mouth shut. That's what I suggest.
Like I said, I didn't even get my court papers. I got no documentation. The way this happened with my courts was so bad. Like Shannon said, there's a lot going on privately that needs to stay private. Everyone's assumptions are what's costing a lot. Yes, it's costing so many problems.
Is that what it was, Ash? I don't know. I'd have to see them again.
I'm trying to be as.
But the way I took it when I first heard Clue and them read it was the 12th. You have 7 days to comply with this date. And I'm like, but they didn't even get it until, or 5 days. They didn't even get it until 5-6 days later, you know? I don't know. I'd have to relook at that.
Open and transparent as I can and telling y'all, this is really effed up. Every bit of it. And I'm going to say this because on YouTube,
he said,
it's like,
she said that he told her when she called him Friday afternoon and told him, hey, the judge says they need more on Cletus and that they want you to revise these ROs. That he told her he was busy and out of town on the weekend, that he would not be able to do it on the weekend, and he had court and another court situation to handle Monday the 13th. So he told her the quickest he could revise and go over those orders was on the 14th today. So she's saying they thought, okay, well, he's going to revise them Tuesday and it'll just, because he can't be here until Tuesday, the judge is going to automatically do a continuance. And then that's just not how it works. I don't know. It's not how it works, though.
It's entertainment for everybody. So it's like winning and losing. It's all about who wins and who loses.
That's what I said, MJ.
It's my life.
That's what I said. He could have did something to request a different date. Because if he knew he wasn't, okay, it was already set that they were supposed to go to court Monday, October 13th, right? So if he knew they were supposed to already be going to court Monday, October 13th, and he wouldn't have time to revise those letters until Tuesday, October 14th, why wouldn't he go through the courts and say, hey, I'm not going to be able to do Monday? I don't understand. It's all just, it's a bunch of tomfoolery.
This is my life. This is my well-being. This is mine and my family's safety.
Yeah.
This ain't a game. It's not.
No, it's not a game. So why did you treat it like one? It was dated a week prior. They didn't receive it. They overnighted the papers without changing the date, the C&Ds, and didn't make them needing to be signed for. That's the way I took it, Jay Fox. I took it that way too, because it was like, what kind of attorney is going to overnight paperwork, right? That's been sitting there for a week, dated a week prior. No. If you decide you're going to overnight them at the last minute, then you should go back in, switch those dates, reprint them, and then overnight them. That's what I'm saying. This attorney didn't do her any favors with those cease and desists.
The joke, and I watch subscribers just, and I'm
Right.
not talking about y'all, but I just watch subscribers.
But
But
she's saying, MJ, she's saying that her lawyer assumed that the order was going to have a continuance on it. I don't understand that. What lawyer would assume that?
Channel to channel, and like the comments, oh, you lost, take the
That's
L.
what
It's
I
like,
heard
this
her
isn't a
say too,
basketball
Kim.
game.
That's what I heard her say too, and that's what I was saying earlier. Thank you, baby. If I'm not mistaken, she said she was the one doing this and that he was just kind of there if she had questions or, whatever. But she went in on her own and filed the ROs with the court clerk's help. Baby's home.
What's happened in the last year is egregious and should never happen to anybody.
Yes, that is what it sounds
Missouri
like,
butterfly.
doesn't it, Em? Glad to see you, by the way. Flat out, hold on, let me read MJ's before I read Am's. Flat out, no. Any lawyer would never assume a judge's decision. That's a Brittany lie. And then Am says, it sounds like she went forward with filing for the ROs on her own, which she absolutely had every right to do. Yeah, that's your cookie. It's your red velvet cookie. Hamburger Mike's, where we went for lunch. He got one and you got one.
Too.
Huh?
There's whole coffee in there too.
Yeah. You want it?
No.
He didn't drink it.
Oh, okay.
Because he drank a little bit on the way to the dentist, but then the dentist told him he couldn't have sugary shit, so he was afraid. He drank water at Hamburger Mike's. Sorry.
That's all it takes, son, the dentist.
Yeah. It sounds like she went forward with filing for the ROs on her own due to her not completing what was required on the courts. Oh, no. Due to her not completing what was required, the courts then told her to contact her attorney. All of that tracks. That's what she's saying. Her attorney was not available. True. Communication, BJ. Yes, because if the attorney knew that she had a date set for the 12th or the 13th, and he was involved in that way, then he would have automatically reached out to the courts. I don't think he was really involved until the judge asked her, do you have a lawyer? I want him to revise this. I think that is what brought the lawyer in. She did it all on her own. The judge gets it. He's like, we need more on Cletus. Do you have a lawyer? She says yes. He says, okay, have him revise that. So that pulled the lawyer into it, in my opinion.
My computer is going crazy. Thank you so much. I don't believe you are safe. I pray for you. I don't either, just the RN. And this, what happened today, just put me in more harm's way.
Okay. And
in more harm's way.
MJ is saying, okay, Notorious. Was it Notorious? No, hold on. Okay. Notorious said the date does not matter. Okay. I don't know if it does or not. It's always from date of receipt. So basically, even though the C&Ds were dated for the 12th and said you have 5 days to comply, that didn't count as from the 12th. It counted as from the date that they received it. Okay. Gotcha. I get it now. I get it. They would not, they wouldn't, the courts wouldn't know to even reach out to him because he wasn't on the record for these ROs because she did them by herself at first. Sorry, I'm just catching up on chat, guys. Yeah, I think she probably thought they had to be signed for because that's probably what her lawyer told her. That's another thing, Harley. BJ said she had proof they signed for the C&Ds, which turned out to not be true. That's another thing. Like, it's little lies like that that make people not trust you. Did you already put it in there? I'm gonna cut my camera off.
No.
When you tell little lies like that, it makes people sus as fuck, right? Of everything you say. Like, if you know good and goddamn well you didn't have anything in your email showing signatures from Clue, Cletus, and Granny, why would you come out here and say you got proof? Telling you what. It is icky yuck. It is. And like I said, I'm not going to join in on the dog pile. Like, I've been knowing Brittany lies about shit. But her being a liar isn't enough of a reason for her to be being cyberbullied the way that she has been. I'm sorry, it just ain't. And I still see it that way. I still see it as them cyberbullying that girl. I mean, does she bring a lot of it onto herself? Abso-fucking-lutely. But there's no reason, whether they do it to themselves or not, to me, in my opinion, there's no reason to cyberbully anybody. Like, what is so miserable in your life to where you feel like you need to do all this? Baby! Babe! Bring me a paper! Bring me a paper. Two things can be true at once. Yeah, MJ, that's where I stand on it firm. I feel like she has been relentlessly bullied, and I think even though she asked for it sometimes, is it really asking for it? No, because nobody should go through this. Not even Clue or Granny. Like, having 12 creators coming at you at once, and some of which you didn't even do anything to, you know? Oh, I think she's got an attorney. I do. I don't think she scammed people. I'm not willing to say that yet. You know who I am about ready and willing to say they scammed people? Toasty. 1, 2, Jones's coming for you. 3, 4. What goes with 3, 4? Can't think of anything for 3, 4. I think that's possible too, reality. But the one thing I cannot get out of my head is the unpreparedness. For you to be so worried about your family and then be so unprepared to handle this the right way. It's just sad, bruh. Ooh, do you, Shady? I seen one or two that was deleted. I don't have all of them, but yeah, girl, you can send them on over. We doing some deep dives. you go, baby.
Want to do a deep dive.
I bet you do want to do a deep dive. Will you stop standing here gawking at me?
I told you I was going to be staring creepily.
You are staring creepily.
I gave that warning. I gave a fair warning.
Yeah, Shady, we're looking to toast the toast. You know what I'm saying? You know what I'm saying? I can see you. I do too, Allie, because she has a lot of people that really go hard for her and rely on her and trust her. And I'm not saying she screwed them over. Again, not monetarily yet. I'm not at that point where I'm willing to say that yet. Did she screw them over? Because they're all just as worried about her and her family as she says she is, right? So they want to see something happen. And her fucking up on this one, that it probably did really upset the subs. Nicole B, yeah, I see. I'm sorry, I'm not trying to ignore y'all. When you're blaming the entire town in supernatural elements, you know you're avoiding accountability. What'd you say, Nicole? Jamal said, reality. Why is Brittany not listening to good advice? I feel like there's been a lot of people out here trying to give her good advice, and she just ain't hearing it. Will I be reviewing the papers Cletus read yesterday? Do you want me to pull it up? This one's pretty much over. I listened to a little bit of it, but it kind of just, it was almost like what they were talking about on Clues Live, the one they did earlier that day, yesterday. Nicole has a question. I'm sorry. What'd she say in the last stream, Be Real? Glad to see you, by the way. I'm sorry, I'm trying to catch up. No, I don't think she was late to fuck it up on purpose. I just think the lack of responsibility. Like, bro, like as soon as you chose to go this route, you needed to be on your P's and Q's and ready to go. You know what I'm saying? Prepared. And it's unfortunate she wasn't. I do too. Okay, we'll play it. Here, we'll go over here and play it right now. Let me see if I can find him. I can never find him, Cletus. If anybody has his link. Oh, I found it. Already. Look at there. Okay. What a day. Hold on. Live. What a day. I'm a loser. I think it's this one. All right. Let's put him on 1.5 and see how he sounds. I usually listen on like 3. Live chat replay is not available, so we'll just have to go from here. Fuck.
Who we are. This is going to be important here in a few minutes.
Okay.
So I want to start with showing kind of what we received, and then I'm going to go through some other things along with that, and just kind of let everybody be fully aware of what it was that that has transpired since October 2nd. So I did redact this because even though some people don't fucking deserve any mercy, in my opinion, I do still intend to show it, but I absolutely intend to show all of the fuckery that occurred in this situation. So this is the complaint that I received last Monday, right? So it just basically says it is a complaint for no contact order for stalking or non-consensual sexual conduct. It was filed October 2nd at 3:22 p.m. local time in Scotland County Clerk of Superior Court. The claims are what you would make by first selecting these check boxes, right? To say that this is something that I want you to pay attention to as the magistrate or the judge. So the first thing she selected is that the plaintiff, which is in fact her, resides in the county, right, in this county, and that the unlawful conduct conduct occurred in this county. So that's the first claim she made. She didn't make any claim for I'm a victim of unlawful conduct that occurred in North Carolina. The plaintiff is a minor or incompetent. She didn't do any of that, right? And then the third box is the defendant was 16 years of age or older at the time. Of the unlawful conduct. And I want you to remember this right here, because this is going to be important here in a few minutes. Number 3 on the complaint, just remember.
Oh, shit. I was muted. I was responding to Mom. Fur Baby said, you know, she wishes she would just move on because she can see that she still gets good views, and she does. But she gets about half. So, okay, you know, anybody who was, you know, happy in their life and didn't feel like picking on somebody day in and day out, they're gonna see, okay, I dropped 1,000 views. I still have 1K in here. Fuck it, I'll leave Brittany content alone. But instead, when you get addicted to the views, the numbers, the notoriety, the attention, the money, that 1K that you lost seems to be a problem.
Thing she selected is that the plaintiff, which is in fact her, resides in the county, right, in this county, and that the unlawful conduct occurred in this county. So that's the first claim she made. She didn't make any claim for I'm a victim of unlawful conduct that occurred in North Carolina.
And before we continue, she also said that she personally knew Clue and Cletus, from what they say. I don't know if that's true, though.
The plaintiff is a...
Because they like to make everybody think, oh, Brittany J's the only one out here lying. No, they fucking lie too. A lot. And I've clocked them on a lot of lies.
Minor or incompetent. She didn't do any of that, right? And then the third box is the defendant was 16 years of age or older at the time of the unlawful conduct. And I want you to remember this right here, because this is going to be important here in a few minutes. Number 3 on the complaint, just remember that unchecked. Number 4, the defendant has committed non-consensual sexual conduct against the plaintiff. That was not checked. I don't know, you know, I get how when you read this, that is especially the initial shock factor of somebody being dumb enough to do this over words on the internet.
You should have showed this back then when people were saying, she claimed Cletus is trying to rape her. She claimed, you could have shown this back then. She showed this. You could have verified it, whether you get along with her or not. You let everybody for days run around saying that she was accusing you of raping her and molesting her. Boy, stop. What kind of fuck? I would have been like, no. That's not what she's saying. I can't stand that bitch, but that's not what this is saying. Instead, you just let it roll.
Is impactful, but she did not make that claim. She was absolutely telling the truth about that.
She does have.
And then down at the bottom, number 5, the defendant has on more than one occasion and without legal purpose, and in this situation, I am the defendant, right, followed or otherwise tormented, terrorized, or terrified the plaintiff named above with the intent to place the plaintiff in reasonable fear for the plaintiff's safety or the safety of the plaintiff's immediate family or close personal associates, or with the intent to cause, and which did cause, the plaintiff to suffer substantial emotional distress by placing the plaintiff in fear of death, bodily injury, or continued torment or terror in that. And then it says, give specific details and describe in detail what happened and how, if placed the plaintiff in fear of safety, or how it caused substantial emotional distress. So the claim she made, and this is the specificity that she gave, right? 9-2025.
No, it's not just words over the internet. I mean, CPS been showing up, cops been showing up, missionaries sent out to her house, people driving by, and others using that video of someone driving by her house as a threat. No, she has every right to be worried.
Posted a video threatening me because he was upset with me, saying he would give me what I asked for.
Oh,
now,
sorry.
2025 is a month, right? But it's not a date. It's not very specific.
Well, he's got clues comment up, so I can't do nothing about that.
I have gone back through because, you know, despite the fact that I get pissed off, I am extremely fair and willing to evaluate and see if there's wrongdoing I have
She is
done, because
being
I'm the
harassed.
first one to get in front of it, if that's what's happened. But I went back and looked, and I have yet to find this, anything like that. I haven't found anything that I have posted, and I haven't found anything where I was on a panel and said that at all. I don't.
Oh, see, I be watching my chat and miss stuff. Let me hear that again. Oh no.
9-2025. He posted a video threatening me because he was upset with me, saying he would give me what I asked for. Now, 9-2025 is a month, right? But it's not a date. It's not very specific. I have gone back through because, you know, despite the fact that I get pissed off, I am extremely fair and willing to evaluate and see if there's wrongdoing I have done, because I'm the first one to get.
Bro, are we gonna pretend that we haven't heard Cletus rage quit Clues streams like 10 times, where he just fucking pops off and loses his ever-loving mind and then he leaves? Like, that's happened, right? More than once. I know a lot of us have seen it, right? So have I heard him say stuff like, I'll give you what you want, or whatever, like things like that? Absolutely, I have. And it's in those rage quits where he loses his fucking mind.
In front of it, if that's what's happened. But I went back and looked, and I have yet to find this.
No, she shouldn't have
anything like that. I haven't.
No, she should be able to go on about her motherfucking business, and they should go on about their business.
Found anything that I have posted, and I haven't found anything where I was on a panel and said.
Yeah, they were deleted. They were deleted. Ugh.
I don't know. So at this moment, I'm saying I don't know where the fuck that's at, because I don't recall ever saying it,
Right, big
and I
girl.
can't find where I said it. The second claim was he went live and called me a fat cunt. So I did find some reference to that.
I bet you found it several times because you say it a lot. Let's be real. You shouldn't have only had to search 1 or 2 streams to find you calling her a fat cunt. You love to demean that woman in that way. The same way you think she loves to demean you as a pedophile. And I just haven't heard that.
I believe it was the day that
Doesn't mean it happened, but I haven't heard it.
Clues Live went down, and then we switched over.
I've heard Craig say it in the background. I absolutely have heard Craig say that. And that's fucked up. But so is this.
Over to this channel, and she finished her live out. And I was, you know, I did say the words fat cunt. Probably was referring to her, because at the end of the day, she said.
I can't believe that they've listed fat cunt in this. To be quite honest, Allie, because no, that's his opinion, girl. But you saying, or Craig saying in the background, calling them chomos or pedophiles, now that can be a little more taken more serious than a fat cunt.
Herself, she has no bones about it. She's fat, and I perceive her to be a royal cunt. So it's a factual statement per her definition, in my opinion, or her own perception.
At least she's royal. At least she's royalty.
Perception of herself, in my opinion, of her.
Yes.
It is what it is. The third claim was he makes videos constantly talking about me and threatening me and posts them to YouTube.
If I'm not seeing y'all's comments, because sometimes I'm on the Cletus screen. I'm not even looking at the Cletus screen and the chat. So if I don't see y'all's comments, send me some pieces. Send me some pieces.
So I went back and looked at my channel, right? And
yeah,
I don't
Clue
see
is fat too. I'm fat. I'm fat. Look at that side profile. Look at it. I'm fat. Fuck out of here. You just want to be hateful. You just want to be hateful. That's all it is. And y'all, yes, what she did or allowed and even said herself was hateful. But the difference is y'all clapped back. She didn't clap back again. She hasn't continued, but y'all clapped back and then continued on your own. That's the difference here.
Number one, I wouldn't say the videos that I have made would be something that I would consider to be constant.
Hey, Fox, me too.
And
I love
the
it.
second, I would say the majority of my videos have been music and are up for interpretation. If they hit you a certain fucking way, good.
Shut up, fatty.
Sorry.
The big thing let me stop with that and just say that's the claims that she made, right?
No, it's not,
Let me get to
Mr.
the next
Cheese.
page here. So what she did was filed an ex parte, which means that
Oh my God, the bone collectors are part of the problem. There's a lot of problems here. There's parasocial problems, there's bone collector problems. There's a lot of problems here.
she feels there is imminent danger, right? There is an imminent threat.
I could see
And the way
that.
that these ex partes work, they're different in every state. I know here you typically find out if it's granted or not on the spot. Apparently, in this situation, it was
Because you know why, Remy, to keep it going, girl.
filed on October 2nd, and there was a hearing scheduled for October 6th, which was the following Monday.
Yes.
And what she said,
Yes, I played your clip of that, Shady. Where because that's what I'm saying though, Shady. Like, yes, Brittany has done her part in this. She has done some fucked up shit too. But once it was addressed by them and they clapped back, it could have just stopped there when Brittany didn't say anything else. Instead, it's just kept going. Yes, chasing. Oh my God. Yes. Let me see if I can find it real quick. Shady, if you got, oh, you're not a mod. Fuck. And you hate me too much. I can't make you a mod, bitch. Let me see. It was a short, right? Let me come over here. No, all the chats are bad too. Sometimes the chats are worse. Okay, tales from the questionable hills with Clue and Cletus. What's going on? No, it was longer than this. It was, I thought, a little while back. Stay, chasing. I'm gonna find it for you and play it. How long ago? She don't remember. There's your Cletus sings about Dolly and PJ. Oh, here it is. Found it. Let me pause it and drop the link for y'all. Here's the link. Chasing. Pay attention. This was actually the second time, I think, because she allowed what she allowed with Kim on her panel and said what she said about Clue protecting an abuser or whatever, a pedophile, an abuser, I don't know. But after that was said, they insinuated Craig was a pedophile. And then it just went from there. And I think this was the second time. That they said something about Craig.
And truth be told, well, never mind. Woman, when something too true comes up and be like, whoa, like all threatening.
Oh, well, she just now made a. Oh,
She always yells. She can't talk regular.
oh, look,
I don't know if it's like she needs attention that bad. What?
I think she's talking about the video. She just now made a play it.
an hour ago, it just showed up on my post. She actually just made a short about Sinner.
Oh, did she?
Confessions
Well,
of
she
a
did.
self-snitching predator squad.
No,
So she's
bitch.
calling all of us a predator squad now.
She
Yeah.
wants to use the word predator. Okay, no, that's a good,
Right.
good plan, Ricky. Good plan. Some of us
Hold
don't
on,
do shit for
pause
comfort.
it. I find it really funny, Craig, that you put the word child in it. I do find that really interesting because that's not what I said. I said predator. I read the definition of the context that I used it in a few minutes ago.
I'm telling you, they ought to.
Why are you so interested in child predators, Craig?
They ought to put him in front of a monitor and show him certain pictures and see if his dick gets hard. Just
Maybe
saying.
you and I'll just
Sick bitch. Sick bitch. All right. We're back over to the paperwork.
Said was, because of these acts of unlawful conduct, the plaintiff requests the court grant the following relief. And she didn't select, well, she said basically a permanent no contact order. So that's one thing that she's asking for, right? And then she didn't select a temporary no contact order. She selected number 3, a temporary order to be issued ex parte, which means without notice to the defendant, so that I can't have my case heard before she gets her protection that she feels she's justified and due per the law, right? Because
I don't even blame her for choosing that option. Shit. Y'all, you be talking about you got relatives down the road from me and talking about, joking about flying your drones over me and laughing at the video of somebody driving by my house. Shit, I'd be a little worried too now. I'd be a little worried too.
the plaintiff will suffer immediate
Like,
injury,
these folks are going too far, man.
loss, or damage before the defendant can be heard in that. And this is her explanation of why she feels like
I
it's
agree.
imminent
I
threat
agree with
if
that.
she doesn't get the temporary. Her response, and mind you, this is for me, not Clue. This is mine. Her statement is, she knows where I live, and I feel like this order will make things worse.
So she's saying Clue knows where she lives, and getting this order out on Clue's partner, I don't know. I don't understand it. Could make Clue lose her motherfucking mind. I don't know.
I've never identified it as a she. No shame to anybody that does, but I find it quite fucking hilarious that
Chasing,
especially
bitch, you coming in late. That was my whole first part of this live, is the preparedness was not there. It was completely absent, not even lacking, just gone, not non-existent. Yes, so did Cletus. Yeah, there's her signature. Yes, she did sign off on it. Yeah. Sorry, I had to cough. I have been lately, Doodles, but when all this popped off, no, I wanted to see and hear things on my own. Oh yeah, Amy Lynn. Yeah, that's what I'm saying. Like, her reasoning for wanting this, is it the path I would have went? Probably not. But her reasoning for it, she has a legit concern. I could see things going in her favor if she would have been prepared and ready to go.
here in a few minutes, you'll see why this is even more fucking hilarious. But she referred to me as a she. It is what it is. Maybe that's how she feels. I don't know.
Maybe.
The other criteria that were listed here, she didn't check off on. And then boxes 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, and 9, she checked, right? And mind you, this is an online form. So this complaint is something that you can absolutely get online. Hell, she's even shown it on her channel since this all happened. And you can absolutely fill it out online on your computer and print it. And I believe that's most likely what she did. That's my opinion, because, I mean, quite frankly, it's typed and all the boxes are checked uniformly. So I think she filled it out on her computer and printed it off, which gives me less grace for the errors, because that means that if that's true, that means you typed this out, you filled it in, had the opportunity to go back and review it.
Yeah, but she said the clerk helped. So if she did it online, what'd she do? Stay on the phone with the court clerk? But then I think the court clerk filled this out for her, maybe, and printed it out, and she signed it.
And fucking didn't. So, hey, it is what it is. But what she was asking for, to order the defendant not to visit, assault, molest, or otherwise interfere with the plaintiff. Now, I've seen a lot of videos coming out talking about that molest word and the context it's referring to.
Yeah, and you didn't clear anything up
in this complaint. And, it is what it is. It's a fucking word. Are there interpretations of it?
So he ain't even going to deny and correct it, like, full on, like, no, this is the legal definition. This is what they meant. He's just going to leave it to y'all's imaginations. If you think that she was saying that he wanted to molest her, then goddamn, that's what it was. That's what it was. Not good. Not good. Because he was enjoying the drama, yeah. You probably heard in my mouth. You didn't hear a fart, not from me. I do be mouth farting a lot,
They're fucking
though.
disgusting. Absolutely. To me, especially, they fucking disgust me, the thought of it. But nevertheless, I don't know how it's fucking meant in the legal sense with this document, but that is what it says. Number 5 was to order the defendant to stop stalking the plaintiff. I've done a lot of research on stalking and cyber stalking because she has accused both of us in a piece of paper that she served here via FedEx under a flower pot, accused of.
What do y'all think? Do y'all think that they could be considered cyber stalking?
Stalking and cyber stalking. So I wanted to know more about it. I don't feel like anything that has gone on this internet rises to that level, but you know, it is what it is. Number 6 was to order the defendant to see.
What do y'all think? I'm going to pause it there. What do y'all think? Do y'all think that what they did could be considered cyber stalking? I don't, because they blamed her playing the video, saying she showed the video of someone driving by her house, and she did not show it on her stream. Queen showed it, and then Queen showed it with her up there. So she didn't actually play it, though. So, and that's the main thing she had against Clue. Now, then she had them joking about the trail cams probably and the drones, right? Do I think they was finna fucking do any of that? I absolutely don't. But I don't know. If a dude was obsessed with me like that and his partner was right there with him, I'm just saying. It's weird. It's weird. Yeah, I agree, Chase. And harassment, yes. Cyberbullying, yes. Stalking, I can't get with the stalker part. But that's just my opinion.
Harassment of the plaintiff. I've also done quite a bit of research on harassment. And one of the key things that seems to hold is that there has to be some type of direct contact. That don't hold me to that. I'm not a legal professional. I'm just telling you what I have researched and some conversations I have had.
You're right, perfectly. He has.
That seems to be what has historically been upheld. I don't feel like any of that's been done either. In some of the conversations I've had, almost every conversation I've had.
Same, Hakab, because they weren't the ones that called CPS, but a big time follower and hater of Brittany, an ex-mod of Brittany's, you know, did it, and they were always in Clues. Somebody set those missionaries up. These people are fucking reckless, but it's never like Queen played the video. It's never Clue. It's other people outside of Clue and Cletus. They run their fucking mouths. And everybody gets everybody hyped the fuck up. Like, gets everybody fucking going wild about this shit. And then they shut down and continue on, and subs are fired up going to the next chat, and then the next chat, and then the next chat of just hate for Brittany J. I'm just saying.
During that conversation about the situation, almost every single fucking professional that I spoke with said she has the ability to not watch. And I said, that's my thought too. And mind you,
that's true. She has the ability to not watch. But there are still people doing these things that has nothing to do with watching anything other than they're watching y'all spew your hate, and then they're taking it real life. They're taking it to the streets, whether it be by phone or literally to the streets. This ain't about her watching y'all. It really does come down to incitement.
I've explained the entire situation with Betty to everybody I've spoken with, and explained that, you know,
and incitement absolutely would be 100%, because she's even Has she ever called CPS? No. Has she dog whistled CPS? Yes. Has she blatantly told her subscribers, I'm not going to call, but someone should? Yes, she has.
I wasn't for those protective orders. I was not in agreement with them. I thought it was overstepping. But once I heard what the judge had to say, and that, you know, the crossing the line was coming here and seeking these people out, that is a different scenario.
I would fucking watch. She has, but she does. We all have the capability of not watching. And I have gotten to that point with the bee is I just don't watch unless it's something pertinent and I'm told something and I need to go hear it for myself. Outside of that, I just don't, because I don't want that back and forth. I don't want the tit for tat. I ain't even interested in it, but I'm also not here to make a living. And she's past that.
And that's the way I feel about it. Number 7 was to order the defendant to not abuse or injure the plaintiff. Well, that's kind of hard to do when you're not in the vicinity and have no one.
No, there's no actual contact between any of them. It's just, it's a slippery slope. I mean, she's damn near about to get like full on swatted. I know they call the CPS and then the cops coming a SWAT, but no, she about to get full on swatted. That's the way this is headed.
Intent to go in the vicinity, but nevertheless. Number 8 was to order the
That's
defendant
how
not.
these trolls and these shitty, hateful human beings get shit done, is by just anonymously going out and doing shit, making calls, affecting the other person that they hate because their creator is in a fight with them. It's not okay. It's just not okay.
Contact by telephone, written communication, or electronic means the plaintiff. This one I found really interesting because never had a phone call with her. I don't even know her fucking number, nor do I want to know her number or encourage anyone to know her fucking number. Nobody should give a fuck, in my opinion. So I've never contacted her, never had a telephone call with her. The only written communication that I recall ever having toward her was in her chat asking her for a link because this shit doesn't have to be taken this seriously. And in response, I was blocked.
That's true.
And blocked from the backstage under Clue's account, my account, and one that I didn't even realize I wasn't logged in. So it was just a random person. She blocked all fucking 3.
Well, I was blocked under my account.
Yeah.
Is what you mean.
Or electronic means, right? So that's the last thing, electronic means. Now it's been, I did a lot of research on this because I thought the arguments Betty had either both for her own position and against her position at different times.
Not much, J Fox. It's everybody around them, but they're like the head honchos of the hate train, like the head conductors, right? And everybody's doing stuff around them for them, whether directly or indirectly, whether they want it or not. Like, that's just what's happening.
Were real arguments I was interested in. And her argument was hashtagging people isn't contact. It's not even indirect contact. And the way I understand the judge here, that was upheld. And it seems like, from my interpretation, it is upheld pretty much across the board. The only way that implied contact can really be had is if you tag somebody, like on YouTube, if you do the @ right? If you did an @ allegedly with blah, 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 then there's an argument to be had that you're trying to get their attention.
I would normally agree with that because some of my closest YouTube friends have had these kind of issues with Brittany J. Everybody knows that. And even though they heed the warnings, right, or no, they give the warnings, or even if it's not, they've never really like just said, no, don't fucking do it. It's a bad idea. But you know what I'm saying? If you hear their stories, so you know that things are not right. But I don't think any of the previous drama with all these people has gone quite this far. I don't know. I've never heard of the courts being involved with Brittany J and another creator. I don't feel like it's gone quite this far.
But it doesn't appear to me that reviewing people's content and criticizing it, commentating on it, is any attempt at contact. That's what my understanding of the situation. Number 9 was to order the defendant to refrain from entering or remain.
I don't know, Chasen, because the attorney was not brought in until the second day. So she filed on the second with the court clerk's help. She goes back on the third. The judge says, we got enough for Clue, not enough for Cletus. Do you have an attorney? She says, yes, I have an attorney, but he's not here because he thought this was going to be continued, which is weird because attorneys don't just assume shit when it comes to courts. And then after that, he told her, okay, we need more details on Cletus, and I'd advise you get your lawyer involved and have him go over your shit. So the judge is the one that brought the lawyer in. This all started with her doing it on her own, probably with his advisement. But the judge is the one that brought the lawyer in by asking her, oh, well, do you have a lawyer? That's what I think. No, she didn't show up on the 6th, but even the 6th was the date to show everything. And she didn't show up. Whether she knew or didn't know, I don't know. I can't determine that. But she did not show up to that one. Okay. So yeah, you missed your shot to show all your evidence, but you still got one more shot. You still got when you come back on the 13th and you know about that day. You still got that shot. So why would you not take that shot and benefit from it and make sure you had your shit together?
Being present at the plaintiff's residence, school, place of employment, or other places specified. Haven't fucking had any interest in going anywhere near that fucking town or her or anything else, but that's what she filed. So let's go to the next page. This was the civil summons that once we were served officially full packet service on the 8th, so last Wednesday, this was in there, right? The civil summons. I'm not going to read all of this, but I just wanted to throw everything in here for full transparency on it.
I agree, Mom.
Hang on one second. So this is the return of service that I signed, or a copy of it. So this is the notice of hearing, right, for the order. And it says a hearing will be held before a district court judge at the date, time, and location indicated below. At that hearing, it will be determined whether a permanent no contact order should be granted. The hearing was 10/13, 9:30 a.m. That's today, right?
And yeah, because she walked through the metal detector at 9:28.
And this was issued on 10/2. So they had set the hearing for 10/13 when she filed this.
Okay, so Thursday when she filed it, they set the hearing for the 13th. Okay.
They didn't.
But she went on the 3rd too, the day after she filed. And that's when the judge asked her if she had a lawyer and said that he would advise the lawyer to go over her ROs.
File this notice of hearing until October 6th. And I can only assume that's because they had the ex parte hearing on October the 6th. And they were waiting for that to be resolved before they filed this notice of hearing.
And that's the one she missed, but they still sent it out, right? Am I wrong there? Y'all let me know. They still sent it out, even though she didn't show up on the 6th.
Let's see. Oh, yeah. Identifying information about defendant, domestic violence action. This one kind of got me, but then I did some research on it and I realized it's just a standard. It's kind of a procedural thing when somebody files a North Carolina GS 50C, the 50B-3 section D is included in that. But what I thought was funny about this was information about defendant, right? And she had my date of birth, which I'm kind of curious considering you call me a fucking stalker, but bitch, until you fucking sent this, I didn't know your fucking date of birth, but you somehow had mine. I find that really fucking interesting.
Mm-hmm.
She marked race as white. Okay. She marked sex as female. And I'm like, at this point, am I supposed to?
I would offer y'all a link, but I'm about to have to cook dinner. I'm about to have to cook dinner after we review this.
To take this as you were taking jabs at me through a court filing, or do you truly see me as a woman? I don't know. I don't care. Whatever.
Okay, so when she didn't show up on the 6th, that means that they just sent him out to both of them without the ex parte because she wasn't there to fight for the ex parte. Okay, got it. So ex parte is thrown away, done away with because she didn't show up, but they're still gonna get subpoenaed. But they're gonna know what for. Okay, got it.
I don't give a fuck how you see me. But I thought that was funny, right? 5'11", 200 pounds, brown, bald on top for hair color, and tattoo on.
He knows her fucking birthday. Miss me with the shit. Telling you.
Forearm, Ricky, R-I-K-K-I, right? And I do.
This is my point. Brittany J ain't the only one that's ever caught up in line.
I have a tattoo of her name on my forearm.
5'11".
Yeah, she says I'm 5'11".
Good night.
Oh, it gets better. It gets better, right? Y'all keep in mind all of these things. So I'm significantly taller than 5'11". Well, not significantly, a few inches. I'm heavier than 200 pounds. I do have the tattoo, but I am not a female, right? Remember these things now, these things that are wrong here. Because
so he's marked female. Okay. I gotta read this question. This would I can't either, Jason. Like I said, screwed the pooch and soups, and she said, I have not heard that in so long. I also said it in the Discord, and they said, be careful saying that out loud. Because, the cats and everything. But that's all I can think of. That's all I can think of to describe this moment, and what has happened. She screwed the pooch.
It's going to be important in a second. But this was something else I felt interesting.
That might be a country saying. Is that a country saying? Chasen, have you heard that before?
Interesting too. Does the defendant have a permit to purchase a handgun or crossbow? And the answer was no. And I'm like, well, now how would you know if I do or not?
Right.
Because we have clearly stated we are pro 2A. And there have been videos and commentary made about, well, Cletus showed his pew.
Oh, yeah. Why did she mark no on that? Does the defendant have a permit to purchase a handgun or crossbow? Oh, no, it says if no, and I was about to say maybe she hit no because it says if yes, state which law enforcement agency issued the permit if known. So she could have still marked yes. That's weird. Which
was false. And Clue showed her pew, which was true, but
sure.
I thought it was interesting nonetheless.
Can I just clarify?
Yeah.
Because this question has been asked on more than one occasion, or twice, at least in the chat. Yes, these papers came on different days.
Well, so this packet that I'm showing right here is all arrived together on October the 8th. Yes, it was. This was in the October the 8th packet last Wednesday. The first two pages I showed were all I received on October the 6th. What?
I don't remember seeing this one.
Well, I know you don't.
Came with that second part because
right,
I read out.
That's what I'm saying. The second part was October 8th.
Yeah, this part. Right.
Yeah. The other thing that I thought was interesting was, does the defendant have a permit to carry a concealed handgun? No. Well, again, how the fuck do you know if I do or not? And why would you not assume that I do? I'm just asking, considering we're pro 2A, openly speak about that. Why would you assume I'm not? Is there any reason that a law enforcement officer should consider the defendant a potential threat? She marked no. I do appreciate that because I am not a threat. I am not a threat to anyone. I'm not a threat to law enforcement specifically, but I'm damn sure.
That's what it seems like, Melissa.
Not a threat to anybody that doesn't come on my property and threaten me or my family. It just is what it is. But I thought that was interesting because I believe if I were in fear over somebody and just thought they were awful, dangerous. They're dangerous, I would damn sure try to mark that as yes and expound on the reasons why.
Right.
But, nevertheless, it is what it is. Let's get to the next page here. Yeah. This is what I've been saying, y'all. Hang on, because this is funny to me. I fucking laughed hard about this. So this is the Service Member Civil Relief Act declaration, and this is just something that's filled out to
Yeah, reality. You're always welcome over here. And you're trying to give your perspective and your opinion, and you're having cordial conversation right now with people in here, and that's what's necessary.
Basically give, so that if somebody is in the service and they're not, I guess
No.
basically so that they're able
Not
to be
Cletus.
served and everything kind of follows a realistic timeline based on that. I'm assuming, I don't know. But
Me
the
either,
answers to this
Sarah.
were very, very fucking interesting to me. I, the undersigned declarant, which is her, under penalty of perjury, declare the following to be true. As of the current date, I have personal knowledge that the defendant named above is not in military service.
How do you know that?
In fairness, I think that's reasonable to assume, considering we're home all the time. I can kind of give credit on that one, right? That's a fair response.
I mean, the National Guard, they meet on the weekends.
Right, but I think it's a reasonable response to say. Now, the
Even
personal
in the
knowledge part
military.
was the part that fucked me up,
That's what
because
I'm saying.
that's saying that you fucking know me. You know anything
Right.
about me other than what I have stated on the fucking internet, which has been very fucking little, to be fair. Far
nothing
less than
about
what
the
she
military.
has. She says, as of the current date, I
Is that bitch in the background eating right now? I cannot. Oh, no. No.
have not received a copy of a military order from the defendant named above relating to state active duty as a member of North Carolina National Guard, blah, 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 blah. So basically saying she has not received anything saying I'm a member of the National Guard of North Carolina. And she says, I did not use the Service Member Civil Relief Act website to determine the defendant's military service. And I'm like, so you're really leaning on, you have personal knowledge of this about me.
Mm-hmm.
And then she goes on, number 4, the following facts support my statement as to the defendant's military service. State how you know the defendant is or is not in the military. Be specific. I know him personally.
Oh, I
Yeah,
thought it
that's
said her.
weird.
No, I thought it
Why would she put she knows him personally?
did too, but on this one, she got it right. I know him personally. I took serious issue with this because these types of filings are not something to be fucking done out of spite or to be taken lightly when you do it. They are there for people who fucking need them, people that are in fucking danger from people that they know personally. And for you to fucking get on here and fill out this form half fucking heartedly to come at me and my fiance, and this is the goddamn level of effort you put into it and the lies you're willing to fucking tell going into it shows me exactly who the fuck you are.
Mm-hmm.
I can't disagree with him on the effort part. I can't. Yeah, she could have made it known it was online. Yeah, misophonia. Yeah, me either, Jason. Like, he's not wrong on what he's saying right here.
You have no fucking empathy for anybody that's ever had to fill out one of these and needed it. There is no fucking way you do. This shows to me self-centeredness, selfishness, and just rabid fucking cunt. It just is what it is. That's my opinion. I don't see any other way to justify it than for that explanation to be what it is.
She doesn't know him personally. She just.
But she sure makes a lot of claims like she knows a lot about me, and I don't fucking know how. I would be real
I couldn't
curious
tell you
how.
she had tattoos.
Huh?
I couldn't tell you if she had tattoos.
No, and I don't fucking care.
Yeah.
I like to laugh. She gives endless fucking train wreck.
That's what Nunya called it one day in the Discord because she was talking while she was eating. She was like, I'm so sorry to whoever has mesothelioma. I cannot.
Content to laugh at.
All day and night.
Anyway, moving on.
Period. Perfectly.
This is just a second.
They're more, if we're talking trash wise, they're definitely trashier, nastier human beings than Brittany J is. Brittany J may be manipulative, may have her problems, may be a victim, a perpetual victim, some would say. But as in nasty, no, they're definitely the nastier ones.
Page of the Service Member Civil Relief
Did you
Act.
show that other page
Which page, baby?
where that one box was checked. So showing that she showed her audience. some bullshit?
I'm getting to
Okay.
that in a minute. Remember, y'all, box 3 on the first page was checked, and we're going to get to that after I get through this.
Lying bitch.
So this is the temporary no contact order. So what this is, the way I understand it, is if on October 6th she had won the ex parte, this would be filled out a little more, and the next page would say something different than what it does. So let me show. Oh, I did want to say this, right? She knows us personally, and she knows so much about us, but she fucking served us in a town that doesn't fucking exist. East Gallatin, Tennessee is not a fucking city. And you want to tell people to just Google things when, quite honestly, you wouldn't have been able to put that into fucking Google Maps and find it. You're an idiot. What were you going to say?
Look at your little hater. Congratulations, Cletus. I'm so glad you won Stalking Women Online. Let's do some coke with Croucher and search for Sebastian. It's more than BJ's fat ass would do. Just saying. Next.
Did you handle
Do
that,
you need a
motherfucker?
hug?
Did you handle that?
Oh, no.
Okay.
Wait and see if they
Okay,
respond.
don't worry about it. I don't give a fuck. Run your fucking mouth. So this is the outcome of October 6th's hearing. And I'm sorry, it is funny and infuriating to me at the same fucking time because, again, bitch, if you're going to file something, take it fucking seriously. Take it seriously on the motherfucker you're filing it against, and take it seriously for the motherfuckers that these forms and these court appointments are scheduled for. The people that actually fucking need it. Show enough goddamn common courtesy, decency, and fucking respect to do your damn job. You're going to take responsibility enough to go fucking fill this out and file it. At least put some goddamn effort into it.
Lazy bitch.
The plaintiff has failed to prove grounds for issuance of a temporary no contact order. Well, let's see why. Number 8, other. Plaintiff did not show up on October 6th to be heard on this. So you go on Thursday afternoon and file this, but you won't show up on Monday to be fucking heard. Okay.
Shut up, fatty.
This was signed on October 6th at 10:39 a.m. and the the final hearing was scheduled for this morning at 9:30 a.m. It was certified on October 6th by the district court judge here. So let's move into what Clue's was. Clue got served on October 8th. Clue did not see paperwork the same day I did, the first time I did, which was October 2nd. So sparring buzzer.
I was for a second doing a chair stream. I went and put my pork chops in the oven.
You can go fucking dust your fucking box off, you nasty bitch. You fucking get out here and make fucking lies. You're following Shady's fucking footsteps. Do better. Know what the fuck you're talking about before you fucking talk.
Old ass, wrinkly, nasty.
So I'm gonna
sprinkling dust, bitch.
I'm gonna go through this a little bit quicker because, quite frankly, a lot of this says a lot of the same. No, a lot of this is redundant. It looks exactly the same.
Fucking with you, go.
The big thing on this first page is that, and again, bitch, I blocked out your fucking address out of decency for you, even though I showed ours. So there, but I showed ours because it's already been fucking shown.
So is Brittany's though.
The only real difference
You're
here
such a
is this
decent
number 5 that
human.
claims that she
You're such a decent human. Brittany's address has been all over the place too, more than y'all's have.
makes. So again, they require specificity, right? Well, her details are 9-2025. She has made comments saying she was coming to NC to find me. I have went and looked.
Tony's gonna get my ass if he catches me smoking. I'm not supposed to be smoking, but I was craving today. It's been like 2 months since I've smoked a whole pack of cigarettes. I'm just chiefing them down. I'm making up for lost fucking time right now.
I have yet to find that. I've yet to find it.
Play the clip.
The other side of that is, per my understanding of the law, if you are not in that state that this is the defendant or this plaintiff is at, and you make that statement online, it does seem reckless. It is. It's a reckless fucking statement. It's one that, somebody may be fucked up about. I don't know. But I've yet to find it. And the other
Poor Nunya. She's suffering.
problem is it's not fucking real. It's not there. And you fucking know this. The second statement is she said that if I didn't watch my words, she would send her friends to my house. Again, no specificity, and another statement that I have yet to been able to verify. Play the fucking clip.
Play the clip. And no, I wouldn't, because they would no longer be my friends once they left with roach shit on their pants.
Wrote shit on their
Let's see what other
pants.
fuckery we need to go through. So this was one. Oh yeah, let me back up just
You
real
better
quick to show you
not.
guys one thing. So
Snitches get stitches, mother.
this
I will cut you, bitch.
was the complaint she filed on Clue, right? And what was funny to me about this and confusing as fuck to us for a couple of hours till we got some answers from the right people. This is a different form than what she filed against me, because this is not an ex parte. And I'm like, did she
No.
really fucking try to file an ex parte on me and not her? That it didn't make any sense. But what my interpretation of what I'm seeing is that she either filled out the right form for an ex parte for me and the wrong form for an ex parte for Clue or something. I don't know what the fuck she did. I don't.
Snitches get stitches. Did I say bitches? I might have.
Don't pretend to understand her fuckery, but it was fucked up nonetheless, because this is not
Maybe.
a complaint for an ex parte. So that's why this looks, well, wait a minute, I'm telling you wrong. This is the first 2 pages. I haven't got to that part yet. But nevertheless, it doesn't change the fact that this is not the form for an ex parte. There is a slight difference in North Carolina between the 2 forms.
I agree, reality.
Civil summons, again, Clue got all this the same day that I got my full packet on the 8th. The return of service form. The notice of hearing, same thing there, right? They filed this on.
I agree, Jason. You should go live and rant next too. I'll redirect, bitch. I can redirect.
October 6th. So when I saw this, I'm like, well, it does appear that maybe there was an ex parte for Clue, but there just wasn't an explanation of why or what happened with it, right? So we were kind of running with the safe assumption that maybe there was one and we just didn't know about it. We couldn't get that verified, couldn't get anybody to say that it was. Everything indicated that she had actually tried to, and again, didn't show up, but couldn't really understand why it wasn't on the documentation. But I think it was because she filled out the wrong form. So there was nowhere for them to select.
It's not Monday. Is today Monday? No. No. It's Tuesday. Jason, it's Tuesday. Oh, it's Monday for y'all. Gotcha.
Show up. This is the identifying information.
Gotcha.
About defendant. This one. So the other day, how much did she say you weighed? Like 350 pounds?
Yeah. 350 or 380. I can't remember.
Well, and that was,
I thought she said 350.
shortly after she filled out that form. So she must have thought over the course of a couple of days, you blew the fuck up, because on this form, she said you were 5'5" and 285 pounds.
Damn.
So she
Or she listens to what I say when I'm online, because I'm giving my weight out. I ain't ashamed of being no great big fat bitch. I like.
I'm not gonna do it. I'm not even gonna go there.
To eat just out here and eat 2
No,
donuts.
thank you.
What of it? And I'm also 5'4" and a quarter. Get it right. Thought you personally knew me.
It's Tuesday. It's Tuesday. I was like, the fuck? It is not Monday. Had me tripping.
Let's see. Again, she did the same thing for Clue as she did for me. She didn't mark anything on this that indicates that we're a danger, or that we potentially have a concealed carry permit, or that we have the permit to purchase a handgun or crossbow.
Tuesday? I mean, I guess it is. Is that what it comes across as? Tuesday? How do you say it then? Tuesday. Yeah. Say it exactly how you've been saying it. Tuesday. T-U. Shady, I don't want to be a cruel bitch. Because I mean, it's just it's frustrating, you know, but she still is a victim of the harassment and the cyberbullying. They can't change my mind on that unless they stop, you know. Tuesday.
You know, I don't know how she can swear that that's the case, because that's what you do when you sign this. But nevertheless, that's what she marked. Again,
Damn, nonsense. You're 5'3".
Again, she said, I have personal knowledge that the defendant named above is not in military service. I'm going to ask again, how the fuck do you know that? How do you know anything about us?
Why are you getting so angry at that?
But you don't fucking dig on people. You don't
Why are you so angry? Oh, Lord.
have anybody that digs on people. How the fuck do you know any of this? Or don't know any of this? But if you don't know any of this, why would you undersign under penalty of perjury and declare
I'm still smoking that same cigarette, y'all.
that the following to be true? Why would you do that if you weren't fucking sure of what you're saying? And if you are sure, how the fuck are you sure? Why are you digging on people? You know that thing you want to get on here and fucking cry about constantly? Just ask it. So the same thing, right? The following facts support my statement as to the defendant's military service. I know her personally. Bitch, no, you don't. You don't know the fucking first thing about Clue. You don't know what the fuck it would be like to walk one fucking step in Clue's shoes, because you aren't even in the same goddamn universe as you would need to be.
I mean, you can know she's a trash human being, but you really don't know her. You don't know what she does in her day-to-day life, you know?
To walk one fucking step in Cluminati's fucking shoes. You will never be the fucking woman she is. You will never be fucking close to it. You will never fucking know her. Let it fucking go.
It's facts. And thank you.
Oh, no.
You're welcome. This is the same thing here. This is so this would be, I think, the outcome of that hearing.
I feel like I know her to an extent, but there's always so much more that they don't show on the internet. I actually think she's a worse human than what she shows here, but I don't know her in day-to-day life, so I can't verify that. I cannot say that factually. I can only say that in my opinion. I think she's trash here and she's trashier off here, just to be quite honest.
On the 6th. So yeah, it is.
I can't say that about Brittany.
You don't fill out the proper.
You know what I'm saying? I can't say that about Brittany.
Fucking form for an ex parte. The judge has nowhere to give details, so they don't check anything. They just sign October 6th, 10:43 a.m.
Is that true?
What?
On that last page you were on, does it say in bold, leave blank if you don't know?
On the service members?
Yeah.
I don't know. Let's go look.
Nikki said that.
I'm 5'7".
I don't see that.
I don't see that anywhere, but I'm scanning through it.
Yeah,
kind of
pumpkin
quickly.
pie. Yeah, but why that one remark did he, why did that outrage him the way that it did, you know? Like, I get what he's saying. They really did just have to come out of pocket for some shit she didn't take serious. But why do they care? Why do they care? They're rich as fuck. They have the means to do it. They've been begging for it. So it's just money, right? It's nothing to them. So why are you so upset? I don't know.
I don't know.
Yeah, I can't see it.
Hold
Look,
on.
I smoke a
Let me
cigarette.
get back
Smoke a cigarette. Then I have to fill up the room with my vape smoke. It's probably not going to work.
to this. So yeah, October 6th at 10:43 a.m., the district court judge signed off and didn't make any ruling at all. And I'm left to assume that's because there was nowhere for her.
I should. Oh, that got my goat. Bro, I should not even be laughing at that out loud and highlighting it. Casey.
To list her ruling.
Oh.
What?
That's a good fucking. Perhaps she intentionally put East Gallatin so you wouldn't get the paperwork, as another creator did similar and was granted even though there was no proof of service.
Interesting. Well, fuck shit don't always work, especially when you put the proper zip code. Sorry.
Idiot.
So I want to go through what was filed as a result and was mailed to Brittany on 10/8. So mind you, we were served on 10/8, right? Fully served. That same day.
That was funny.
What you're about to see was filed in Scotland County Court and was also mailed to her.
Oh, what are you showing now?
Yeah, it could be not necessarily that's. I know he's saying that she's pretending to personally know them, which is a problem to me. I don't think she should have put this. Like, she could have said she personally knows them on the internet, because there's only so much you can personally know someone unless you do actually personally know someone. Like, I wouldn't even. I'd say me and Nunya and me and Deets. I would even say Chase and Allie and we all personally know each other. But how far does that personally go? You know what I'm saying? There's still stuff I haven't learned about Nunya and Chasen and Deets, and there's still stuff they haven't learned about me. So I don't know, like, but they've never even crossed paths, so that's a little different.
In the answer.
You said Cletus.
Yeah. So this is the motion to dismiss that was filed on my behalf. Now comes the defendant, Cletus, by and through the undersigned counsel and pursuant to Rule 12B of the North Carolina Rules of Civil Procedure, subsection 1, subsection 1, lack of jurisdiction over the subject matter, lack of jurisdiction over the person, improper venue, and failure to state a claim upon which relief can be granted, respectfully moves this court to dismiss the plaintiff's complaint.
Now that's because her ass wasn't there. They won by default.
So jurisdiction over the subject matter. What my understanding of that would mean is that since we are in Tennessee, she is in North Carolina, and our only interactions have been reviewing each other's content and stating things on our own. I
do too. I put a lot of like my life on the internet, but I put a lot of my life on the internet is really like an eighth of my life.
Channels, anything that could be perceived as relevant to this, that's the extent of it. She filed this in North Carolina, which has
the reason for dismissal is because she wasn't there. They didn't have the information that they needed to grant relief to her, to give her that.
No jurisdiction over that. Lack of jurisdiction over the person. So the other challenge she had is lack of jurisdiction over us, because we are in Tennessee and we don't have any connection to North Carolina.
Yes.
That
they call for her if she ain't there, but Clue and Cletus's attorneys are there, then yeah. Like, even if they wasn't, if nobody was there, it would have been dismissed. But especially because Clue and Cletus had attorneys there and she wasn't when they called, that's it. They made their case. That's why she said that the judge, that their lawyer was yelling over the judge while Brittany was trying to talk to her. Because they felt like, no, we've settled this. She wasn't here. She came in late. Oh, well, dismissed.
Basically gives them jurisdiction. She was facing that uphill battle as well. Improper venue kind of combines those two, the way I understand it. Basically, because there is no jurisdiction, the venue is not valid for it to be heard in North.
Well, she could have presented her evidence on the yesterday too at the beginning. That would have, if the judge would have took her bringing in evidence yesterday, that would have gave them a continuance so that they would have time to review that. Not evidence. Melissa's gonna get my ass. The details or whatever the word is.
Carolina. Number 6, failure to state a claim upon which relief can be granted. So again, you've got to be very specific and you've got to be very accurate with the things that you say when you fill one of these out. You cannot just say my fifis were hurt or I'm scared of big bad mean Clue and expect that to hold. You have to provide specifics because this is a legal filing, and with any legal filing, there needs to be specifics.
Thanks for being here.
So the second part of what was sent for me is the answer. So she was mailed the motion to dismiss and the answers. The defendant responds to the numbered
Can I read
allegations.
some?
Huh?
Can I read some?
Sure.
You know I love serving somebody their ass.
Yeah.
Oh,
Yeah,
wait.
Carrie.
Let me make it bigger. In answering the allegations of paragraph 1 of the complaint, it is admitted that the plaintiff is a resident of Scotland County, North Carolina, residing at blank, as set forth by the plaintiff on the complaint herein.
I don't know, mystery.
The defendant denies any unlawful conduct and asserts that he has never been in Scotland County or that any alleged unlawful conduct occurred within the state of North Carolina, and that the defendant is a citizen and resident of the state of Tennessee, except as herein admitted. The allegations of paragraph 1 are denied. 2, that the plaintiff has not checked either 2A or 2B, that she is a victim of any unlawful conduct that occurred in North Carolina, and therefore the allegations of paragraph 2 in its entirety are denied. 3, not applicable. 4, not applicable. 5, that in answering paragraph 5 of the complaint, the plaintiff has not checked paragraph 5, so the pre-printed allegations of paragraph 5 are denied.
Mm-hmm. She wasn't there to check anything.
And the
Oh, my bad.
which way do I go with this?
Here we go.
And the defendant's typed allegations of paragraph 5 are denied. In as much as the plaintiff did not check paragraph 5, she has therefore made no allegations, and therefore any additional allegations typed under paragraph 5, which can be construed as allegations, are hereby denied. You can go.
Oh, okay. You're right here, right? The
Yeah,
action.
second
So
defense.
the second defense, request for payment of attorney's fees. The action against the defendant herein is without merit and is designed to harass, bother, and cause the defendant embarrassment and to incur unnecessary legal expenses. The plaintiff has abused the judicial system by taking out a frivolous complaint for no contact order for stalking or non-consensual sexual conduct where the court has.
I don't know. I think there were other avenues that could have been taken, Kim, but I do understand. I can see why she chose this avenue, but I mean, I wouldn't say that would be my first plan of action.
Has no jurisdiction, venue, or evidence to support a claim, and plaintiff intended to take out an ex parte order, which was denied by the court. As a consequence, the plaintiff should be ordered to pay directly to the defendant all of the costs of this action, including attorney's fees incurred, as well as other sanctions the court deems appropriate for a frivolous and malicious action, pursuant to the North Carolina Rules of Civil Procedure, Rule 11 NCGS 621.5, by virtue of the wrongful acts of the plaintiff. Wherefore, the defendant prays the court.
They do, but that's all of them, Carrie. Like Granny took it too far, Brittany took it too far, Justin took it too far, Sharon them took it too far, Clue took it too far, Jay took it too far, the B took it too far. Like a lot of people took it too far. You know what I'm saying? So if that's the case, then like if that's what, but I think if you feel like you need to take a RO out, then by God, this is America. You have your right to do so. Now, if it comes back in your favor, who's to know? Who's to know? If it does come back in your favor, then good for you. Do what you need to do to move on from it.
As follows: that all claims in the prayer for relief be dismissed with prejudice, that all relief prayed for in the complaint be denied, that the plaintiff be required to pay the cost of this action, including reasonable attorney's fees as reimbursement to the defendants for the costs made necessary by the plaintiff's accusations, and as a sanction.
Oh,
against the
I
plaintiff,
agree with that.
that the court
Carrie.
grant such other relief and further relief as it deems just and proper. And again, this was dated on October 8th. It was mailed out and it was filed that day.
Bro. That's the lawsuit community now.
I forget what's next here. Okay, so this is the same thing for Clue. I think it says the exact same thing. I'm almost positive.
Yeah, I did hear a clip that was played of them, like it was Brittany saying that Chris and Katie shouldn't be able to get one on BHB. And I'm glad they were able to. I absolutely am glad they were. I think more parents should. They should stop the fucking madness.
Cool. Yeah.
How many times does law enforcement have to tell us impressors that we are making it more difficult?
Yeah,
So
it does.
far.
Because the only thing that was in question was whether or not she filed an ex parte on you, and that was
Right.
determined before this was sent. So
That all the claims are dismissed with prejudice.
right.
Yeah.
Dismissed. So
they-
dismissed with prejudice, right? That essentially means that she cannot go file the same action again the same way.
Yeah, she could file a different action using the evidence. Or she could file the same action with different claims.
That's essentially what that means. So it's over and fucking done with if the court
Yes,
upholds
she did.
this request and this answer.
But that's the point, Stevie, is Brittany thought that Chris and Katie shouldn't have been able to get one on BHB or even the Bauer socks. You know, so it's like she thought that that was fucked up for them to try to do to Betty. And that's the point people were trying to prove. But here she is trying to do it to Clue and Cletus. At the same time, though, let's not forget, Queen is also trying to do this with Center.
I think that is
It's all
the
of
end
them.
of that.
Boom chakalaka.
So
All
let
of
me
them.
remove
Shut up, Daddy.
this and pull up the next thing.
I don't know.
Yeah, just in case, you know.
So I wanted to show y'all have seen all the paperwork that was actually filed,
Just roll the thing in the middle, baby.
and I want to show you what she presented to her audience to debunk the claim that it was anything to do with sexual conduct, what have you, right? Which again, I give her that one. She wasn't claiming that. I didn't see any indication of that being claimed. It was a misunderstanding based on the form.
Oh, he finally says it, y'all. He finally says it. I'll give her that. It was miscommunication. The form was fucked up. It said something wrong.
But what she did show on her channel in an attempt to debunk that gave me pause, because this is the first page of the complaint, right? This is a standard first page of a North Carolina GS50C form. The difference between this and what Clue and I both were served with is that she checked box 3 on this, which leaves me to ask the question,
Whose papers are them?
whose papers are these? Because this is not what was on what we got served with.
Nope.
So I'm like, because this is a photo, right? And then my question is this a photo that was sent? Or the questions that are in my head, they're rhetorical. I don't want to fucking answer. But was this a photo somebody sent you of how to complete this form?
Oh, that's a good catch, though.
What?
She wrote that X in. Look, typed, written.
Oh, yeah. Was this a photo somebody sent
Sneaky
you of
ass
one?
bitch.
Was this one that you filled out and failed to file? Was this, the one? I don't know, because the claims that are
I mean, that's a good question.
made are on the same form under Section 5. So I don't know how you have this one and show this as your proof that you didn't claim non-consensual sexual conduct, but you fuck it up to show the form that you didn't actually file. Now,
Right.
again, I'm giving you credit. You didn't make a claim about non-consensual sexual conduct, but what you did do is provide a receipt that wasn't fucking relevant to what you actually filed. So I'm saying that she did try it, but she did fucking try to deceive somehow, or what she did show was deceptive in some ways.
It was. I agree with that. Because even if it was a rough draft, show us the real shit. Why are you showing us a rough draft?
Well, and I will say this. Someone just said, I don't know how true this is, but someone did say in the chat that you can file these things online.
And that very well may be true, right? I don't know. I don't know enough about North Carolina to be able to speak to that. I want to show
At least falsified receipts, because she was not showing what the hell we got. And again, I'm
Y'all would know about them falsified receipts, right?
going to reiterate that I sent photos of what we got to J.S. for Justice the day he got them. His paperwork, right? Because I hadn't got
What'd
mine
he
yet.
say?
And
What'd he say, Leon?
I sent those to Jay.
right.
So she can't sit there and say, oh, well, it was marked on their form. They're just lying.
I agree.
So, all of this has gone down, right? All this is filed. We filed the response. We have filed all of this. And today the hearing comes about. The hearing was this morning at 9:30. We were not there. We were represented by.
I agree, Stevie, because I mean, if she would have took this seriously and been on her P's and Q's and had her shit together with this, and then it was denied, then no, she shouldn't have to pay their fees. But the fact that it was just like blown off, ugh. I gotta go check the pork chops. Don't strike me, Cletus.
Our attorney that was there to represent both of us in this matter. We were also represented by the second attorney that I had also engaged and contracted with to present us. And I did that just to make sure, number one, that it was handled. Number two, that I'm not playing fucking games. You file something in a court of law against me, I'm coming fucking correct. So this is the outcome of the hearing this morning, and I received this just a little while ago. So the file date, October 13th, 2025, 1:34:30 p.m. That would be when the judge signed off on it and it was filed with the court. Brittany Jackson versus, this was mine, dismissal with prejudice. The plaintiff failed to appear on the scheduled trial date. The defendant did appear on that date and has moved to dismiss this action. Now, like I said, we didn't show up, but we were represented, which is equivalent to us being there, right? We were represented. We didn't just leave the fucking court hanging, all that kind of thing. So it is dismissed with prejudice. Let's see, October 13th. This is the judge's signature, marked judge, right? So it's over and done with. This is the actual case summary, just to provide receipts on everything that we have said in terms of the timeline. Let's see, 10/2/2025, civil summons requested by Brittany Jackson, and this was against me for this case summary. 10/8, civil summons served. That was on me because that's when I got the full packet, right? So they didn't even count that I got the full packet on October 6th, which is fair because I actually called Scotland County Courthouse on October 6th, right after I was served with the 2 papers by the sheriff department here. And I came in and I called Scotland County to ask them, where are we at? What's going on? And they told me, well, yours was dismissed, or, this was dismissed. And I'm like, what do you mean? And they're like, the ex parte was dismissed. And I'm like, oh, okay. So I was asking them and telling them that the sheriff here had said that, should have been more paperwork. And they were like, yeah, it should have been a full packet. And I'm like, I didn't get a packet, which I thought was funny, right? The irony in that I didn't get a packet. So and then on day 10/8, they came back out and they served me and served Clue with her full package as well. 10/3 ex parte hearing, and this one kind of threw me off a little bit because I'm like, I don't understand that. But it says ex parte hearing 9:30 a.m., but it says created 10/2 at 3:29 p.m. And then it shows 10/6 ex parte hearing 9:30 a.m.
You don't think they should get calls because it was dismissed, not denied? I don't know.
10/13 civil.
I think the way she handled this court situation was reckless and irresponsible.
No contact order, blah, blah, blah. This is the hearing for this morning. And it says resolved, right? So it's over. So this is the list of.
Oh yeah, I don't think it was frivolous. I just think the way she handled it was very bad, but it wasn't frivolous.
All the filings, these are the dispositions. So on 10/6, it was denied. The ex parte restraining was denied. 10/13, involuntary dismissal. So what that means is she didn't withdraw it. The judge said no. That's just all there is to it. The judge told her fucking no, and that's that. And that was this morning at 11:07 a.m. is what this is listed at.
That's
So I'm
true.
guessing
That's true. But Queen isn't going after Betty for costs now that it's dismissed. Like they did. Oh yeah, they did request it, didn't they? Okay. I don't know. I'd have to ponder that.
that's when that was filed. So this is a list of the case events. October 2nd, she filed the complaint at 3:21 p.m.
I know,
the civil summons
DJ.
was created. There was a notice of hearing created, and this is all October 2nd. Identifying information about defendant.
That's
So she
true.
filled out all the
I
paperwork
thought-
that we just went over on October 2nd, right? Then on October 6th, ex parte order denied. 10/8 certificate of service, which is when we got served at 2:32 p.m. And I feel like that's a little late, but this is also Eastern time, whereas we're on Central. So it's probably, well, actually, no, it would have been like 11-ish. But by the time they got word of it, that's probably fair. 10-8 motion to dismiss complaint was created and filed at 2:32 p.m. So the same time they got certificate of service of us, they also got our answer and our response, right? To find out part of this fucking around scenario. 10-8 certificate of service of answer. So what that's saying is basically our attorney showed that they had indeed sent her the answer and the motion. So 10-8 answer created, return of service served. And the way I understand it is there, and I don't know about anywhere else, but there, the way this went down is you don't necessarily have to serve in like a motion. You don't have to get proof of service on a motion.
Do we need to watch this part? What did Jason say? Oh, I agree with that. Yeah. Oh, that probably counts too. Must have got lost. I don't know. Mm-hmm.
Or anything like that. You just have to put it in the mail and show proof that you put it in the mail.
Oh, I thought it was sent certified.
It may have been, right? But our
That's what
attorney
I heard.
didn't. Okay, if you heard that, then I just missed that part when our attorney was explaining that. So then we come to, 10-9, return of service served. So I guess it was sent certified because this definitely shows that she got notice of this on October 9th, which was Thursday. So she knew what the answer and the motion was since Thursday. Well, that takes a little bit of credibility away from her and the grace I was willing to show, because I was thinking she maybe didn't even get it till this weekend. And maybe that's why she came into the courthouse with the excuse she gave. But I can't think of any good reason why she wouldn't have shown up with an attorney this morning if she wants to get into the courtroom and claim she has one.
But see, you have to be very careful with Clue and Cletus because, especially Cletus's receipts, because his receipts sounded good. I would say twice I've seen his receipts, like watching it sounds good and all, but if you pay any lick of real attention to it, you can see where things are fucked up. And so far on this, he seems to have it together. Already more than she did, no matter what.
Have to presume that she was trying to delay the fucking inevitable.
I agree.
So yeah, that is that. I think that's pretty much all the important parts of this.
Belinda said she's here. Start over.
I ain't doing it. I've already feel like I've been on here talking for 2 fucking hours. And
I hate saying that. I hate y'all knowing that that's how I feel, but it is like, I hate to say that, but yeah, she handled this recklessly and irresponsibly. And that's just, and like,
it's only been an hour.
That's interesting.
What?
10-9.
Yeah, I mean that's when the
Which we knew that could be the date.
Right. We thought she may very well get it Thursday. And in all fairness, that's what I would expect. That's the fair way to do it. If you're gonna file a motion and an answer, send it to the correct fucking address.
I could swear he said certified, but I could be fucking wrong.
So let me switch over to this. This is Brittany Jackson versus Klubenati. Dismissal with prejudice. The plaintiff failed to appear on the scheduled trial date. The defendant did appear on that date and has moved to dismiss this action. It was signed by the judge.
No, Jay Fox, no. Britt didn't come out here and start that narrative about that word molest. No, the fuck she did not. She responded to it, but everybody woke up and shit hit the fucking fan. The dark side was everybody, or everywhere going. Can you believe she's trying to say he's like sexually stalking her, that he molested her, and that she's afraid he's going to rape her?
Of this, I will scroll because I know all the fucking haters are taking screenshots. So there you go.
Scroll slow now.
Let's go slow.
Yeah.
Get it all.
Okay, yeah. Let me unpin the comments. They can have the whole screen.
There is everything for clues. It looks like your shit was 2 hours after mine, which is funny because mine was like 2:32 and yours is at 4:24. Well, that makes sense because we had to fucking
Add it,
yeah, we
yeah.
had to add yours.
Couldn't even deliver the fucking papers right. Swear to God.
So yeah, this was everything that has gone on in this fuck shit scenario. The last thing I wanted to go over, and I'm going to
in this fuck shit scenario. It is a fuck shit scenario. What makes it a fuck shit scenario to me is not that she tried to do this with them, but that she wasn't on top of it and didn't take it as seriously as she should have. That's what makes this fuck shit. She had every right to try to stop y'all from fucking around. Like, again, I wouldn't have went the RO way, but she had every right to do what she felt she needed to do, and y'all would too. Y'all would have that right. Just saying.
pick and choose the parts of
Let's not act like it was fuck shit that she did it. Let's not act like that.
that I read, and I'm not sure yet that I'm going to present it because I want to read through it first and make sure that I got the things that I wanted to redacted.
I agree,
but
DJ.
this is a description of the scenario today that we received from the appropriate party. And it's dated October 13th, 2025. In any event, when the case was called, Miss
So did Greenie, so did Jay, so did Queen. They all did.
Jackson was not present. And let me say what that was, right? In any event. So what this started with was the explanation of what occurred between our two attorneys, because one was in fact told not to worry about showing up. We had the other one handling it, but
oh, okay. So then they didn't waste the second attorney's time. That means the second attorney didn't check his email.
didn't get the word or something, and he wound up showing up anyway. They had a conversation, and our attorney was like, I've got this handled. I've already filed the motions. Let me take the lead. And that's what that's saying. So when he says in any event, he's following up on what he had said about that whole scenario. I had removed that from this because there's a lot of shit in there about them, their names and all that. And I just didn't feel like that was necessary. So in any event, when the case was called, Miss Jackson was not present in court at the time the case was called. So I moved the court to dismiss both cases. Normally, the judge would have entered a dismissal without prejudice, meaning that she could refile, right? If a party is not in court at the time the case is called, which allows the case to be refiled. However, I argued to the judge that these cases should be dismissed with prejudice since the allegations made by the plaintiff were insufficient to support a no contact order under the statute. So our attorney didn't just let this continue. Our attorney actually handled fucking business, and my hat is off to that person. Just
Don't give out the name. Just
thank you very much.
Hey, Wendy.
When I was leaving the courthouse, I saw someone
to
coming
see
down the
you.
hall, and I decided to go back into the courtroom to see if that may be Miss Jackson. And as it turns out, it was. Oh, I'm sorry. To see if that may be Miss Jackson, and as it turns out, it was. By this time, it was almost 10 a.m.
So he was already walking out of the courtroom. They was done. And he followed back in and seen that it was Brittany. Oh, yeah, no. Yeah.
And mind you, the court was supposed to start at 9:30.
930.
Yeah, no,
By this time, it
Shawty.
was
No, Shawty, you was late.
almost 10 a.m. and she indicated to the judge that she was not allowed to come into the court with her cell phone and had to return it to the car, and that was why she was late. However, that certainly would not take more than a few minutes. I told the judge that court began at 9:30 a.m., that Miss Jackson was certainly well aware of the time court began and the dismissal should stand, and they did. Miss Jackson kept trying to interject that she had lots of evidence to prove her case, and the judge asked her if she had an attorney, and she said she did, but that she believed the case would likely be continued, so the attorney was not coming. And then he says, I'm attaching.
And then see right there, why would you assume that? I don't know.
Copies of your respective dismissals with prejudice, as well as the printout from the court showing the case summaries and noting the dismissals on order of the court. That's what I had just showed you guys.
Because she just gave it to him. Heart-shaped box, unfortunately. She just gave it to him. And they know that they're going to be able to keep on until she does something else. If she does something else.
That statement I thought was important. Should I hear anything more on these matters, I will promptly notify you. And of course, should you receive any further correspondence or are served with any paperwork, please contact me immediately.
Which part, Jinlu?
So not only did this guy do a good job, but he also basically said if she does anything else, p.m. and she indicated to the judge, go back into the courtroom just thank you very much. When I was leaving the courthouse, I saw someone coming down the hall, and I decided to go back into the courtroom to see if that may be Miss Jackson. And as it turns out, it was. Oh, I'm sorry. To see if that may be Miss Jackson, and as it turns out, it was. By this time, it was almost 10 a.m. And mind you, the court was supposed to start at 9:30.
9:30.
By this time, it was almost 10 a.m. and she indicated to the judge that she was not allowed to come into the court with her cell phone and had to return it to the car, and that was why she was late. However, that certainly would not take more than a few minutes. I told the judge that court began at 9:30 a.m., that Miss Jackson was certainly well aware of the time court began and the dismissal should stand, and they did.
Shady.
Miss Jackson kept trying to interject that she had lots of evidence to prove her case, and the judge asked her if she had an attorney, and she said she did, but that she believed the case would likely be continued, so the attorney was not coming. And then he says, I am attaching copies of your respective dismissals with prejudice, as well as the printout from the court showing the case summaries and noting the dismissals.
Now, let's play devil's advocate. What if Brittany J's attorney did email them, or for whatever reason reached out and they didn't get it?
On order of the court. That's what I had just showed you guys. This last statement I thought was important. Should I hear anything more on these matters, I will promptly notify you. And of course, should you receive any further correspondence or are served with any paperwork, please contact me immediately. So not only did this guy do a good job, but he also,
Jason.
He also basically said, if she does anything else, let me know. Right. And for that, I appreciate.
Yeah. Almost 10 a.m. Nah, bruh. What's your answer for that, Jinley? Mrs. Cheese. Absolutely. I would have been waiting at the door 8:30. Let my ass in. Because the court is who notified of a request for a continuance. First, attorneys may notify each other out of courtesy, but it's not required. Interesting. So see, I wonder.
And I can't say enough how much I appreciate everything that everybody involved in this situation from our side has done, and the support and the effort. It's been great. It is not cool to be facing false accusations, especially in a court of law. It's fucked up. It's a fucked up thing.
I mean, some of the things she put on there, like she knows them personally, that's not true. So, I mean, that part was false, but the harassment part's true.
Do to somebody, it's fuck shit, and it's especially fucked up to do some shit like that over something that is said on the fucking internet.
She did. I feel the same way. It's like, no, like you could have done something with this.
Is not specifically directed toward you.
It's so disappointing, so disheartening.
If you don't like what the fuck we say, do not fucking watch. How many fucking times has Clue said that? How many times does Clue say that on her live streams? If you don't like it, you don't have to be here.
Not necessarily to her.
Just to anybody. It's a general fucking thing. We all as adults.
Or if you're a pussy and you can't take me talking shit, then
hold up. She says, so if there had been a request for continuance, it would have been filed with the court. So if he had requested continuance, it would have been filed with the court. But you must show up to court to find out if it's granted. And she didn't until late.
don't fucking watch.
Well, as adults, we all have the ability to, what does everybody say? Log the fuck off. If you can't handle it, if you need to take a break, nobody's going to fucking be upset or look at you any differently. Take a fucking break, log the fuck off, check the fuck out of the situation for a little bit, get your shit together and come back if you want to, or don't. We all fucking understand.
Yep.
So
fuck up.
with that said, I do appreciate Sam putting that in there because I didn't have. Okay, you've pinned that more than once. I'm going to say this before I start reading through all of the love that you guys have shown. I am going to say this. I do not believe anybody should be hate watching her. I said this earlier on Clues, and I stand by that. I do not believe anybody should be hate watching her.
Sir, you're the one that hate watches her, though. Hold on. What? Hold on.
Pin that more than once. I'm going to say this before I start reading through all of the love that you guys have shown. I am going to say this. I do not believe anybody should be hate watching her. I said this earlier on Clues, and I stand by that. I do not believe anybody should be hate watching her. I think reviewing her is a personal choice, and I think if that's what people choose to do, then more power to you. I'm here to fucking laugh at it. It is what it is. I'm an asshole, and I like to laugh, and there is endless fucking content provided for that. So I'm not changing anything I'm doing. But my point is this. If she will go into a court of law, file what I perceive as a frivolous litigation against two fucking YouTube creators, she will do it the fuck again if you give her the fucking ability.
Look. I don't think anybody should hate watch. Oh, I'm on camera. Oh, shit. I don't think anybody should be hate watching. I wouldn't advise that. Look at her. This was 4 hours ago. She just finished her live. You say one thing and do another. That's y'all's problem. Look. Let's see how far does it go? Okay, it stops and then it goes back. Oh, and then we go back. Okay. This part's just Clue, or at least on camera. Oh, no, it's not. He's over here now. Bruh. Oh my God. No. Am said, are they not understanding that it was dismissed because of Britt being late and listed as a no-show? The courts in no way, shape, or form said Clue and Cletus were in the right for what they said or did. No, but that's the way they're trying to make it seem. That's the way they're trying to make it seem. It's exactly what they're doing. They're not saying it directly, no, but they're acting like they won, like because Cletus or Clue did nothing wrong. No, she fucking gave that shit to y'all. Maybe a thank you's in order. Ugh, I hate even saying that. Yeah, of course. I heard them say they won. Yeah, I agree, Stars. It could be years, bro. Yeah, that's the only reason it was dismissed is because she wasn't there on time. Isn't that some shit though? Look at him. I mean, he literally just said what that was.
The love that you guys have shown. I am going to say this. I do not believe anybody should be hate watching her. I said this earlier on Clues, and I stand by that. I do not believe anybody should be hate watching her. I think reviewing her is a personal choice, and I think if that's what people choose to do, then more power to you. I'm here to fucking laugh at it. It is what it is. I'm an asshole, and I like to laugh, and there is endless fucking content provided for that. So I'm not changing anything I'm doing.
Okay, so maybe he's saying they're going to continue to review her. Maybe I took that wrong. I'll give him that. That's very possible.
But my point is this. If she will go into a court of law, file what I
True. I
perceive
mean,
as a
to an
frivolous
extent, yeah, J
litigation against two fucking YouTube creators. She
But it is a difference in winning because somebody didn't show up for their by default, right? Than winning and saying no. These allegations are untrue. They were falsely accused. No. So I mean, to me, there is a difference between those.
will do it the fuck again if you give her the fucking ability. To everybody that she knows who the fuck you are, I would recommend you protect yourself from that the best that you can. Because what I have seen from this situation, in my opinion, is she is the single most dangerous motherfucker I have encountered on this internet when it comes to costing you time and fucking money unnecessarily because she gets her goddamn feelings hurt by something.
The most dangerous motherfucker because she cost y'all a couple of $1,000s by disrespecting the court. I wouldn't say that makes her the most dangerous. The fuck out of here, bro.
That you say
fear mongering,
even though you don't fucking try to bring attention to it by her. And that is fucked up. It is what it is. I'm not saying people should unsubscribe. I'm not saying people shouldn't follow her. Everybody make their own choice. But I am saying in terms of hate watching, I do not condone that shit. I don't condone anybody going into her chat to give her hell. I think people.
The fuck? What the fuck since when? Now? Are we saying this is a new leaf we're turning over? Like now? Now? Let me watch that stream and catch you doing exactly that and encouraging exactly that. Let me watch
People
that.
should let the fucking great big fat bitch sit over there in her fucking misery and wallow in it, because that is the fucking justice she deserves. In my
okay, and so he thinks Brittany's a great big fat bitch that's just miserable and sits over there and wallows. She might be, but might y'all be too? Because I think anybody who can be this hyper-focused on creators, this hyper-focused, is very strange. And that's for both of y'all. Like, but more so y'all. Y'all are creepy with it. I'm sorry. Y'all are.
opinion, ice her the fuck out.
What happened to icing her out, bruh?
Give you no grace on that when the paper says what it says.
And it's awfully curious too why she would even call on the 7th.
Because you got on here on the 6th.
Ice her out.
I've seen this question a lot, and I will
So,
say it's
I will-
not something we're gonna
Yeah,
probably speak on.
as far as what is stated
Yeah, he
in
is.
that video I put out, I'm not gonna.
Leo. Listen, it's hard to stop an addiction. What it takes. What's that saying? How many days to form a habit and so many days to break it? Yeah, bruh. We need some Brittany J sobriety chips, some BNN sobriety chips. Oh, sheesh.
I'm not going to offer an explanation or any detail. And what I mean, it can be heard and resonate however it needs to with the people that hear it. And
that didn't last long. Wasn't this live last night? Hold up. This was streamed on October 13th. So yesterday, last night. And then today they're on live. You just can't be making this shit up.
To let it resonate, you can interpret it however the fuck you want to, but you just need to know and trust and fucking believe. I have never come on this fucking internet and said I was going to do something and didn't.
Not this community, Brantley. They turned that community in to the BNN network. Our community is the opinionated community. We are no longer a part of that.
Fucking do it, and I am not going to start fucking now. That you can fucking believe. There is no interpretation to that. No, when I say I'm going to do something, I fucking mean it.
That's true, Landry.
So
like, there's that flip side. There's that gray area. That's true too. Like the money y'all made off the back of Brittany J and bullying Brittany J, y'all better y'all had plenty of money to pay those lawyers. Plenty. Oh, plenty. What'd he say, Shady? I didn't even catch it. Let me go back.
And I will
So,
say it's
I will-
not something we're gonna.
Yeah, I do not condone that shit. I don't condone anybody going into her chat to give her hell. I think people should let the fucking great big fat bitch sit over there in her fucking misery and wallow in it, because that is the fucking justice she deserves, in my opinion.
Again, y'all all got to be miserable in some way, shape, or form to be on here every single day, 5 hours a day, fucking going over each other.
I her the fuck out.
Something's not right.
I've seen this question a lot, and I will
So,
say it's
I will-
not something we're gonna.
Yeah, as
probably
far
speak on.
as far as what is stated in that that video I put out, I'm not gonna offer an explanation or any detail in what I mean. It can be heard and resonate however it needs.
That's true. That's true. Pink Dagger. That's the flip side of it. Like, should she owe costs to an extent? Yeah, because she disrespected the court. But then the other side of it is, yeah, but to the people that bullied her, she should owe costs to the people that bullied her and made tons of money off her back. Ugh, it's a catch-22. What's that? A double-edged sword. That's what it is. It just is. That's where we're at.
Needs to with the people that hear it and want to let it resonate. You can interpret it however the fuck you want to, but you just need to know and trust and fucking believe. I have never come on this fucking internet and said I was going to do something and didn't fucking do it, and I'm not going to start fucking now. That you can fucking believe. There is no interpretation to that. No, when I say I'm going to do something, I fucking mean
it. Oh, poor nonsense still hasn't gotten her cease and desist or a restraining order. You know, she's still huddled by the mailbox with 52 cigs hanging out of her mouth. Kyle probably has to drag her back in the house.
I'm ready to sign them papers.
So with that,
oh, I
again,
said that the other day, JP. Like, what kind of papers was y'all wanting? Like, did y'all have a specific set of papers in mind, but y'all have begged for them damn papers, then y'all got them, and then y'all complained about that? It seems like there's just no pleasing y'all.
I can't tell y'all how much it means to see the support and love we've both seen in this community. Come just show the fuck up and show the fuck out for us in every fucking way, right? Chats, people talking.
I had a super chat from Texas girl, and I missed it earlier. I'm so sorry, Texas girl. I'll be working and listening, so wanted to get this to you before you start. Damn, she did it at the beginning. Thank you, Texas girl. And here I am, 3 hours, 34 minutes, and 15 seconds later, realizing it. Thank you, Texas girl. You know I love you, girl.
To my fans, I love you. I appreciate you. Thank you.
Thank you, love.
People reaching out to her, you know, the monetary shit is greatly fucking appreciated too, even though I do want to reiterate, we do not need y'all to do that.
Oh, they did. That's true too. Look at us remembering all the things. That's true. They did. They said they would pay to get the paper sent to them. That's true. Oh my God.
I am grateful all day for it, but we are not asking for that. Do not want to put that on y'all because we do have it handled. But I do, again, thank y'all very much for that.
Oh, I got it. Can I talk now?
Yes.
Shut up, Daddy.
All right. So I got through the content of what I wanted to show and say. I am going to go through all of these, and it is going to take me a hot minute. So anybody that doesn't want to stick around for that, you're welcome to go. But
I mean, the harassment allegations, I could see that. I could. But cyber stalking, no.
This is what I'm going to do because I do appreciate and respect everybody that took the time to come in here and everybody that, you know, showed love the way that they've shown it. So let me go through this long list.
Yeah, you got him.
Lexi, thank you for your membership and welcome to the Godless Bastards. I'm going to try to read through these like I did the last time. Painted Rocks, Elizabeth H., Carrie Moody,
It's wild, ain't it,
Tammy's
JP?
Clip,
It's wild, ain't it?
Or Tammy clips, my bad.
Are we done? I think we're done. I think we're done, guys. Let's see. Let me read chat. I could have swore I just heard somebody knock on the door. Giving out speeches like they're Martin Luther King or something. Maybe they think they are. Yeah, but that's because Clue and Cletus have such a following that they just throw their money at Clue and Cletus. It really is a hateful way they go about things. Oh, thank you, Twinkle. I appreciate that. In the end, it's all words on the interwebs. Doesn't warrant the removal of someone's constitutional rights. My thoughts there is she was going to have a hard time because some of her claims were wrong, like saying that they played the video of somebody driving by the house and threatened her with it. They didn't do that. That was Queen. Was she on Queen's panel? Yes, but I don't think you can consider it like that. Dana said nonsense hasn't been sued because no attorney will risk taking a saint to court. It's been such a good chat today, Kalina. It has been. And they're rich, damn it. But that's because people like CNC better than Brit. That's just part of it. Yeah, they do. They do. And Brittany does have a rocky past here on the YouTubes, right? She's had a lot of mods like doing this mass exodus and, you know, releasing information. That's happened every single time. I mean, like, she does have a history here. Oh, thank you, Shady. Yeah, free speech doesn't yeah, I agree with that. Doesn't always mean free from consequences. Jat, preach. Word of the week, parasocial. Say it with me now. Parasocial. And Jat, you can't nobody tell me shit. I feel like that is absolutely a huge part of these issues and the mass exoduses and the releasing of private information. It's the parasocial of it all, you know? Oh, have fun, Carrie. Thank you for coming. I don't know. She's the breadwinner and this is what she does, you know? I think it's easier said than done. I'm going to accept the judge. Yeah, me too. Oh, 0 Jules for Chimkin treats. Thank you so much. Girl, you know my Chimpkins. They sure do love their treats. I gave them, I got a bag of mealworms. I'll just go sprinkle some out there sometimes. They love them. Thank you so much, 0 Jules. Here, which one do you want to play? You want a nonsense one again?
I'm ready to sign them papers.
And then you come get your motherfucking bulldog. Bitch, you're trying you toe tapping all over my motherfucking integrity today, bitch.
We just gonna play them off.
You want to play games? I told you, game the fuck on.
We're at the end of the show. Fuck it.
You gonna take that dick? You gonna take that dick, huh? I'm gonna pop off a piece of my dick.
To my fans, I love you. I appreciate you. Thank you.
Zero Jules is getting all of
Who effing who?
Thoughts and prayers. Thoughts and prayers. Thoughts and prayers. Thoughts and prayers.
Jonesin', that's right, Jonesin'. You are the sneakiest snake all around the streets of YouTube, and you should never ever change, so tell everyone you see. I'm a snake. I'm a silly little snugger snake.
Tiok, tiok, tiok. I did it, girl. I said, fuck it. I'll do all of them. Okay, Lindsay, you can't be saying that and then not expect me to ask, like, what do you mean? Like, what do you mean? I can't. Just Jake. Oh my God, that slurp. It was so good. I went and clipped it. I'm sure Lindsay will tell me. Oh, Gina says same. Lindsay, her attorney being involved. Oh, you think that's the major one? I don't think. Here's my thing. I don't know. I'm half and half because I don't think her attorney was involved from the beginning. I mean, with the C&Ds, yes, but I'm talking about the RO stuff. I don't think he was involved until she went back on the 3rd that Friday, and the judge told her, hey, like, there's not enough for Cletus. Clues is good. But then asked her if she had an attorney. And that's when she said yes. So couldn't it be like 50-50? Oh, she says he was involved like before she did the ROs. I agree with Lindsay. Oh, look at you, Linz. Oh, no, I don't think he was involved at all with the RO. Like, period. Oh, shit. Just Jake, I'm driving, but I sure do hear y'all talking about me. That's your slurp, bitch. I went and clipped it. Oh, it was so good. So good. 0%. Oh, so there's a lot of people that feel that way. So where I think the judge told her, so what you're saying, Linz, is where I think, okay, maybe the judge was like, when he asked her, do you have an attorney? That's when she said she did, but you don't think she ever even talked to the attorney about it? Yeah, you did, just Jake. It's nasty. Oh, that's cool. Ash. There's no attorney on the docket. Crystal, I used to watch Brit every night and I had to take a step back. I didn't donate to any fund. I just wish her nothing but the best and keep it moving. She may have an attorney, which I think she does. I do think she has an attorney. But the attorney may not be representing her with the ROs. Right. So Lynn, that's what Lynn's saying, that she doesn't think the attorney is involved at all. or hold on, she said, I'm not saying that. Maybe he gave her advice, but as far as representing her for the ROs, no, I don't think that was ever the plan. Okay. See, I took it as the judge asking her if she had a lawyer and her saying yes is what brought him in. And then she had a talk with him and he said that he would be able to do something about it today. Sorry, got confused. Well, she said she did the ROs on her own, but not on her own. Didn't she say it was with assistance from a court clerk? See, I didn't hear that her attorney was helping her with this RO. I mean, other than the judge asking her if she had an attorney, I don't know. I don't know. Right. Okay. Yeah. Do you have an attorney? Yeah, I have an attorney, but not specifically for this. But she didn't say that. It was just, yeah, I have an attorney. Yes, they do, Jake. Yeah. Okay. I'm seeing what y'all I'm picking up what y'all are putting down right now. I don't know. I think the story she told last night, the one I showed today, she made up as she went along to deflect any wrongdoing on her end. And again, not hating on her, but it's just my opinion. Okay. Well, I mean, that's kind of obvious because she wouldn't take any accountability for dropping the ball. It was the judge's fault, the lawyer's fault, the town's fault, the courthouse's fault. Like, it was everybody else's fault. Lord Jesus, not another one perfectly. She was trying to get, maybe. I don't know. Some people do, Miss America. But we can't forget she said they were surprised because nothing was signed off on. And so they weren't expecting Clue and Cletus to be subpoenaed because they hadn't went up and signed off on anything yet, right? Ain't no fucking way. But you know what? I'm not shocked by that. That's how it's always been, So that part don't shock me. But let me be clear. I don't doubt she has an attorney and what he's doing. So I don't know. I just don't believe the attorney had anything to do with this particular situation. Okay. I could agree. I could agree with that. Because at the beginning she said she was doing it, that the lawyer didn't have anything to do with it. But I was considering, okay, maybe when the judge asked her, that brought him into the situation. And that's when she decided to get him involved. Because that's what she said. She said she reached out to him that Friday after she left the court. And he said, listen, I'm out of town, busy on the weekend. I have my own court hearing Monday. So it won't be until Tuesday that I'll be able to go over the ROs and advise you with them. That's what I thought brought him in. But y'all are saying y'all don't think that is even a thing. I don't know. I think there could still be something happening in the background, J Fox. And if it's what I think it is, that's what I would have started with, but we'll see. He was never brought in on the matter, period, is what, because the lawyer would have entered his appearance. Okay. But if he was out of town and whatnot, can they do that just from wherever they are, enter an appearance? See, I got questions. I have questions. I don't know. I guess we'll figure it out. If you've got answers, leave them in the comments. But I got to go cook my family some dinner, guys. Yes, they can. Well, okay, I knew Melissa said they could do that earlier. Yeah, he did. He showed where he responded and she received it. No, he wouldn't have. And that aligns more with what you were thinking anyways, because I asked that question earlier. What lawyer would just assume an continuance? That's unheard of. Okay. I got to get out of here, y'all. For real. I got to go finish cooking dinner. I cooked my biscuits and my pork chops. Now I got to go cook my veggies. All right. Thank y'all for being here. I appreciate the conversation that was going on in chat. For the most part, has been completely civil and respectful. If you show out over in Clues or Granny's or wherever, I mean, do that. But I'm thankful y'all don't do that here. So thank y'all for being here. And I will hold on. I got to give y'all something. No, fuck it. I'll catch y'all on the flip side. Bye.